Focusing on this map though, right? Like, this has been the stronghold of PRX, one of the best we've seen from them, one that got you on board. Those retakes, perfectly timed, great positioning, lovely mentality. Hey, NRG are no slouches here, but it feels like a different caliber to face PRX on this map.
Yeah, and initially we saw PRX demonstrate a very, very strong approach versus G2, but strayed away from that ever so slightly. See previously here in the Swiss stage, 13-10 in favor of PRX on split. NRG kicking things off on the defense. Oh no, primed here. He's sent forward. Bork won't catch any damage through the wall. Again, a ton of players already making progress towards ramp.
Brook's got to be careful to not just get pop flashed or just swung on the wall drop. Like, there's a lot on his plate that I don't think he quite knows about, but tempering it.
Forsaken's tucked
Speaking about Scuba, oh dear, Forsaken, checkmate! Perfectly positioned and perfectly handled. They get the first man to the good and they go. Hey, look at Vents. Wait, Ethan's here so fast.
Yeah, they're going to be right behind. Is there something able to get into elbow here? Jing now isolated, but Bork's going to fall towards screens.
Yeah, they're starting to struggle in numbers. Just numerically, the difference is there as NRG close, but sadly no cigar. There's PRX with 5 alive. Beautiful. Average was never the plan for this team, and map 1 already looking way sharper here.
Hello.
Flawless pistol round here. A way to get themselves back on the board here for map 2. Then NRG, right place, right time, but just missed the timing here towards Vents. Initially you saw 3 players stacked. They concede the heaven space. I mean, maybe expecting a bit of a pop here with the paranoia set up. PRX were ready to push in.
I genuinely thought that there was suddenly a sky on the PRX side. I was baffled at how close Ethan got on that, but speaking of getting close, something. Throwing a couple of shots out there, but it'll be Ethan to be punished on this. Jing with a very early catch. There's going to be classics behind this and a stack towards A. So, PRX got to be a bit careful to not just go in. But again, you look at the spike, they're not fully committed to this idea. They are taking space, though.
Envy posted up outside B, won't have any idea of presence towards the site here. Devi happy. Still post up in towards main. And Forsaken making ways back towards the spike. Something's been given a ton of space to work into. Find Scuba. Again, the harder of the clearance here in some of the anti-eco rounds you see on split. So first obstacle well handled by PRX.
Yeah, and again, their discipline has been something to note, and also just kind of their contingency plans. You look on the other side of the map. Okay, Kiko, that's just a ridiculous shot. Luckily, Jing's keeping things up.
Okay, Kiko.
Kiko.
All right, not another one.
Kiko!
No more.
I mean, thank you, something. It took a little bit to get there, and actually Brook has been something of timing on this.
30 seconds left.
Oh. But in the meantime, speaking of their contingency plans, Inji was working the entire time as well. Nice for something, good build for his ult as well, getting 3 kills here. Nice little beginnings, but NRG showing a bit of danger. Well, Kiko.
Yeah, eyes on something here as well in terms of his ability to lurk forwards in map 1 on Pearl. Find a ton of space, unfortunately, things not really aligning for PRX in some of those later rounds.
Yeah.
Again, unnoting players like Marder on the other side. Curious if that's going to be the approach for him here on split. Again, another one that earlier on we were talking about something really struggling to put numbers up. In the previous matchup in the Swiss, was a little behind the curve.
But it felt like deeper into this, starting to really find stability is Jing. I mean, confidence has never been a problem, but Marder with a slightly better shot. And their first buy here, they handled the bonus with relative ease.
Yeah, flawless anti-eco from NRG. Mardo with a great read in terms of what PRX are going to try and do here. Well, I mean, there were rifles here. PRX wasn't necessarily a broken buy to follow up.
I thought they had the sweep on the site, considering they got the info.
Yeah, I mean,
Pillar,
the info.
Heaven.
Exactly, yeah. Scuba able to peel away, and there's just no pressure coming his way. Didn't know the paranoia timing there. Maybe Kiko able to slow things down at the right moment. Something already investing towards an operator. Oh, I was going to say Kiko going to be caught. A little bit of a jump scare there on the peak.
And that should be a very stark wake-up call as well, that something is going to be working. This is going to be present across the board as well. You're not going to get it on just one side. He's doing it again here. Succeeding on B, succeeding on A. He has given them the keys to the castle. This map is theirs to manipulate now.
Something actually takes the TP all the way to the other side of the map. Might even catch this mid-push.
Oh, you can't get away from him. Omnipresent. Something is a problem that they cannot solve right now.
Just running rings around NRG. Borg able to potentially find two. He does. 4 second and Envy will fall, but Jing good for the trade. Will convert here on a third. Something everywhere at once.
How are you meant to pin that guy down? I mean, start to B, he's then at A, and then he's catching you in middle. Feels impossible.
Yeah, so quick. This is all ahead of the minute mark as well. Yeah, literally.
I'm on your side. 6-1. As soon as he gets that up, man.
One away for the dimensional drift and one away for the showstopper for Jing. Nothing really in touching distance for NRG just yet.
So they said Marder to be kind of the
counter.
opposing number. Yeah, good luck. I wouldn't fancy my odds, but then again, I'm certainly no Marder. So see how he wants to try and deal with this. Two really rather generational talents, and it's Marder to find Jing. There was a shot sent back, but it finds no purchase. So a 5v4, Kiko gonna be noted, but he can then slip back towards site, pop the smoke in. But in the meantime, you're looking at PRX and Devi taking space towards ramp. The reaction from NRG is in. They already have bodies towards heaven.
Second trying to maybe feign some presence elsewhere, but he's going to be posted up outside B to try and control Kiko. Man advantage here for NRG. Smoke will come through. Doesn't really buy them much space, but Ethan going to respect it for the time being.
Yeah, they've got them somewhat pinned here. They've allowed that heaven control to swing over. I guess it is how much threat can Forsaken even imply. But with 30 seconds, they are going to be heading right towards Scuba. And something's gone Ethan, but it's Scuba's curiosity that could have been their downfall. Clears towards the vents. Kiko's caught towards B. They've got to go towards A. Rock in a hard place. And Marder's waited. Patience is rewarded. Devi with the spike has to go blind in towards B, gambling on where Kiko may wait. And Devi, it looks like he gambles wrong. Kiko, numbers up. PRX not running away just yet.
So crucial that Kiko is able to stay alive here long enough. You see the initial intention from Forsaken. Again, just trying to buy time for something to find another pick, maybe manipulate the map. There's a great catch from Mudder. Even better there onto Ethan, didn't you see that? Yeah, crucial impact from Kiko once more.
He's elevating here. Big player in map 1. Could potentially keep that up here in map 2. The PRX forced down. A bit of a broken bite.
Maybe pacey here on the back of the showstopper and the dimensional drift.
You'd imagine so, but it's Kiko actually controlling the side of the map. So a big switch up here. Dragging Brock over towards B, putting Marder in towards that mailroom, but is this the read from NRG of how they want to handle it? Again, there's still a lot of danger when you look at Jing with that ult. It feels like he lands him, man.
Yeah, see NRG respecting that presence. You can see the ton of space here. The Snakebite going to slow things down for sure, but again, looking for them to play the range advantage here. I mean, Devi actually, the spot that does have a Guardian in hand.
They are really close though. Flash ahead, doesn't find it, but then I guess the backfill works out. Gonna punish something. I'm looking at Jing here. Oh, okay. The second time I've asked
that
him,
is
he gets
bold
Kiko.
From Ethan.
I mean, it's a brave look. I wouldn't be going in there. You don't know how many were up towards ramp at that point. But PRX looking like a bit of a danger. Can they make it towards site for a plant though? NRG are just playing super deep.
Can Forsaken get this upgrade? He does. Rifle in hand now. 10 seconds off a smoke. Devi.
30 seconds left.
Be going to get themselves onto site here.
Gonna get pipped from that
Yeah,
fight.
they will.
Couple of key tools coming through. And it's going in. Marder does have ult if he needs it.
It's a weird spread, though.
Yeah, it's not ideal, and Marder is going to use the ult to try and clear it through on this space. Takes away Envy almost instantaneously. Forsaken and Devi getting cleared, and Devi the last one alive here. Marder going to fall to his knees on this, but Ethan in reaction. And NRG, there is a good look to how they want to handle PRX. It feels like they've done their homework today. They're coming in ready.
See just how deep PRX would have had to have gone in this round to find something on the back of. I mean, this is steps into the snakebite as well to find that against a Bucky of all things. Yeah, it's NRG's ability to really force the hand of PRX, respecting the lesser buy massively. The investment doesn't necessarily go outside of the pit here.
Yeah.
You have Envy's Nightfall.
Jing still got his, didn't burn it. So again, there's still some good tools. I mean, something's got his as well. So we've got a couple of big ults online for PRX. But I think I'm just looking at how NRG are prepped for this. And I think they're just understanding what works with PRX, just seeing how deep they're sitting, how that kind of tempo's almost being applied from that Pearl mentality here on Split. Now, whether or not you can keep doing that is what we're here to see, if there's some deep validity in it. But I liked what I heard coming in from the coach, right? During that halftime there. Keep playing the game at all times. Stay active. Call up your own number. Take chances. And I think with the right dose of discipline, with that touch of aggression on top and no fear, it creates a very scary prospect for NRG. And I think PRX need to wake up to that. I think they have it. I think they'll cotton on to this. But they can't let the game shift away from them. They are a map down. That's not the end of the world. It is still a best of 5. But you start feeling it if you're starting to fall out to the same issues in map 2.
Expecting to see the investment here, especially with Jing picking up the judge. Maybe see them. I mean, it's not going to break the bank here of NRG, who also have ultimates themselves, Scuba, Ethan, and Kiko. So Marder's investment came previously to counter the pit in that retake. Scuba might even just, on the back of contact here, invest the pit. No, Jing. Allowed safe passage, but Scuba spammed out here by Forsaken.
Yeah, it looked like he would try and slip behind on those vents, but gets caught on that one. A really good pickup for PRX. Man to the good at the 1 minute 20 mark, but look how proactive NRG are getting. They are moving. They've got the Seekers coming through as well. It's highly indicative now of this A hit. No surprises in that, but Jing gonna show his hand, and also you can see something getting the information towards heaven here. They're gonna have the sight, and you're gonna hear those ults coming online.
Jing actually sat in front of the paranoia here, but Envy's gonna find Kiko. Ethan under a ton of pressure now.
Yeah, it's down to, okay, that doesn't find a body. Actually doesn't do as much damage as I thought, and the spike's not down yet. I'm looking at Marder. Slow and steady approach on the flank, and the timing is there. Forsaken spots him, something gets saved, and PRX hold big numbers now.
Just Brock and Ethan left. If they can find a kill, they can make an attempt here, but again with Jing being a little slippy. Can he get back in with his judge now?
Jing's a problem. All eyes then focusing towards that site, the distraction there, but Brock's taken away Forsaken, and the turn! Ooh. Brock! How are you aware of this? So smart, but Devi is still here. Ethan wants half. Ethan's gone. Ethan, you might get half, but you don't get any more. Devi, marvelous in the clutch.
Beautiful work here from NRG to even make that possible. I was concerned with Jing's spacing here in terms of NRG getting back into heaven. The flash comes through and just denies Jing from finding a crucial kill onto Brock. You just see it fully blind. There's Devi. Cool, calm, and composed to find Ethan as well.
It is just a heavyweight battle, though. We've seen Brock then just absolutely pop off and then just get outdone by a quick reaction. Speaking of quick reaction, outdone. It's Jing, the icon, on doing this. That judge is staying firmly in hand for now. He's got a reward early again. So much early impact.
Just a lick of HP here. I'm not sure after decay. It's 17 in total for him. Jump spot here from something. Won't find anything elsewhere. A wide open A site right now. Maybe on the back of Brock's ultimate, but NRG, if they don't catch somebody towards mid, they'll be way behind the curve here. Issue being Jing is tucked into sewers. They send in all 3 forwards, or Brock going back? Yeah, he is.
Oh. And yeah, he's not going to pull punches on that one. Jing's done God's work in this. Oh, he's back to it. The temptation just calling him back. But by now, the sight's already firmly under the PRX banner. And NRG's options are near on 0. It might be time to save.
Another 2v4. I don't think they fancy their chances this time around.
Crowd's loud today for it, though.
NRG is not able to convert some of this progress they make in mid. Jing does so well to slip away. I mean, initially even being caught in that spam towards Mayo. PRX certainly a slower pace than I was expecting here, considering the performance in Swiss. They are able to whittle away at the defensives of NRG.
But I do want to see if there's a quick identification of how to just try and survive in middle. Jing's managed it, was it twice now? It was Scuba the first time, I think it was Marder this time. I want to see if maybe NRG can kind of slip a bit deeper on that, or how far willing PRX are to explore those options further.
That's the other consideration as well. NRG have to be conscious of the operator coming back out. I'm not sure what the funds sit currently. Something is on a rifle, but see a timeout here called by NRG. But not necessarily any concerns here. I mean, even in some of these rounds that are dead and buried, NRG able to still make a go at things.
Oh, yeah.
The gaps in the purchase, but not sure utility-wise. Ethan currently sitting on a stinger. Scuba and Brock's ultimates still available, as previously mentioned. Whether or not they do, again, you've already seen the switch up here from Brock over towards B, and Kiko now tasked with anchoring the A site. Kiko did well in a few, other than something finding him with the operator. He's really been able to slow down that late round contingency on the back of Forsaken.
Yeah. And to be fair, that's easier said than done, right?
PRX
are really good at getting is hard to deny, so I don't think he's necessarily been an issue. I just want to see how they try and handle that mid space, right? Like, what do you put behind it? What's the game plan to try and deal with it? If Jing's now just kind of set the tempo and standard that we are going to pressure this, what is the response? I don't know if they have anything to really put there to create enough of a fight back, I guess.
We'll switch up here from PRX on the back of that timeout potentially. It might be something alongside Forsaken to challenge in towards B, but with Kiko not positioned towards Pillow, it looks like NRG might shift their focus entirely towards mid. Bit to spread here will allow masses of control. Spam will come through here. Kiko happy to dip his toes as well with a shorty.
But I like what I'm seeing from Ethan on this reposition, but he's only got a stinger, right? So that's...
I mean, don't expect him to be challenging.
No. Well, still got a bit of util to clear to get towards this, but again, that should be easy. I don't see that being an issue, and Jing's entries are getting scarier and scarier. The confidence getting taller. Gone. Again, sight firmly and quickly won.
Everybody's here for NRG.
Anything to flood back in with. Brock's got ult, I guess. It's quite shallow, though.
Yeah, not going to actually catch anything. It's just space on the back of that.
Yeah, but something's still going to stand his ground. That said, finding very little with that ult. The spray comes in. Ethan on the trade. Jing still stands. PRX not respecting this flood back in at all by NRG. Ooh. That is backbone, and that is NRG not finding the answer. PRX with a lovely pivot towards B, reading that adjustment from NRG and keeping 4 alive.
Ethan backing away here. It's still only a stinger. 200 credits behind this. He's going to want to give this up, but PRX just the sight. Again, on the back of Brock's ultimate, this plan really relies on a ton of value being found. Very, very curious of if that just rides and dies on Brock's ultimate. Been here, like I said, it's just space on the back of this, and then you look at the spacing coming back through after the paranoia. Mother falls, and Brock's tucked into a corner. Scuba's barreling out with a Bucky from heaven. At that point, you've forced the players out of the range that the Stinger and the Bucky are going to do work.
My eyes go directly to Jing again, though. He's been solid on these entries. This time, a little more tempered in pace. Marder put to test and task towards middle, Judge there. But again, it looks like they want to pressure this B site. And this time, it is just going to be Kiko here. Still has his paranoia. And he's going to send it out now. Kiko's in trouble. Look at this. Marder, though, winning and catch Forsaken in the smoke. Maybe they could actually play back towards clearing Pillar. It is a bit of a stalemate now. Marder goes in, Kiko on the trade, and NRG spacing out way better.
Absolutely, down to just 2 now. Devi and Jing just try and consider the plant. Won't be any pressure coming back from NRG just yet. Devi going forward zone.
I mean, never tell me the odds with this team, but NRG's stability is there. It's there. It felt a little bit dangerous. With the reaction, fantastic, and actually dealing with some really high pressure coming towards that B site, not willing to back away.
Forsaken being caught here with the TP, just catches a glimpse as well as that reveal.
There's that killer instinct.
Takes effect. Forsaken, unfortunately, not able to capitalize there. Even initially, yeah, I mean, Device is desperate, I guess, to find something ahead of the retake going from NRG. Switch up once more of the setup here. PRX, see the pings. All eyes set on B site right now for PRX.
And all eyes on middle for NRG. 4 players are waiting for this. They are absolutely waiting for what Jing is about to do. Kiko, first contact, gets warded away. Paint Shell to follow. Marder and Scuba stay interested. Stay locking this down. Forsaken tries to spray into it. He does get a really good shot towards, I think it was Scuba.
Yeah.
I thought Scuba was going to be lower than that, honestly.
Also gets healed back up by Ethan. Well, something on the back of this, though, has TP'd all the way behind the B site.
I don't know if that consideration is there. Marder, yeah, it is now, I think. Just get, oh! Envy with a run and gun on that. Marder's dead. That should be, oh!
Oh,
Scuba!
What is that?
You can't see anything, Scuba! Replay, please, for that one, as something trying to cut behind, though, and give them some safety to play into. Allow for this plant to come down. The paranoia, going to keep him honest in this. But then the curiosity peeking towards the site here. NRG starting to work back in. Envy again, huge denial. This is miraculous from PRX. And Scuba, he did well, but well is not good enough against this side. They found the pressure point to play into.
Yeah, NRG with the right responses, right, to prevent this early drift into mid from PRX on the back of the showstopper. Oh my, I mean, I'm just dreading the triple kill. What is that?
I don't know.
Because he's not even planting right against the wall.
Nope.
It's just a hope and a prayer into the smoke. Maybe a quieter performance here on split, but finding 3. Get PRX up to 7, teed up to find a huge advantage here. Broken by from NRG.
Just seeing what something did then as well is just ticking the box. And very pacey from Marder. He's already behind them. Marder is on the move. And Devi's taking down Brock, so that looks like the A site is ready for the taking, but there are other bodies here. And it's Scuba waiting, gets him mid.
Something?
What a shot! And where was something in this? You see Scuba trying to turn on a dime and find Forsaken. Easier said than done. It's Forsaken and Envy trying to put it together now. Marder, they don't know about this man. That is the nuisance. Maybe the nail in the coffin in this one. Envy's magic has been absolutely brilliant, though. But these 3 players are going to make it pretty impossible, you feel. Can he try?
Got some space here.
He's got time.
Certainly an opportunity to potentially find a free plant. Ethan's still looking towards 8. Marder obviously going to potentially set things in motion for Ethan. Yeah, now he'll turn his eyes. Does he catch Envy ahead of this? Does Envy catch him?
Well, that's the thing. Where does he choose to try and plant? I think Ethan doesn't want to give too much away or take any higher risks than necessary. Just keep the space.
Still waiting.
See that Envy took a look. Taps the spike. Ethan smart. Just goes for the jump spot on this. Envy trying to slow it down. That's solid. Envy's doing exactly what you need to put yourself in for a fighting chance. Sends that trying to catch Marder. Marder's in middle, and now they're going to flood through CT. Envy, what can you do? 1v3. They are so close. High-low setup. Never going to let it happen. NRG clawing back this game after PRX went on a bit of a run.
Beautiful tempo shift here for the last round for NRG to find their 5th and really catch PRX off guard.
Yeah, I'm going to do the phone.
Red Bull gives you wings.
¡Qué locura,
Mando.
Por favor.
Esto es historia de los eventos de Valorant ya. O sea, Chile, sois historia.
Pereira.
Hola, ¿qué tal, Chile? ¿Cómo estáis? Esto es la puta polla. ¡Viva Chile, joder!
Y Mix, te estaban esperando todos, yo creo.
Aprendimos juntos a jugar, me apoyasteis siempre durante toda mi carrera.
Pinara
Chile,
രണ്ടുപേര് കാണുന്ന
muchas gracias por
നീ
tratarme siempre tan bien.
ഏതിലാ കാണുന്ന ടാബിലാ ഫോണിലാ
¡Viva Chile!
Todos, pare. Atentos, porque hay algo, Pereira, ¿no?
A ver. Yo llevo 14 días aquí y me aposté algo con Mix. Mañana va a pasar algo aquí delante de todos y vamos a rapar aquí a Mixwell y de hecho me gustaría, Frank, que todos nos acompañasen porque, Frank, Mix se va a rapar. 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 Sois la polla, os quiero a todos. Vamos a disfrutar de este evento. Río tantos aquí, joder, ¡viva Chile!
Jumping back in here at 5-7. Again, almost a paradox in my mind, but this side with PRX was the one that actually impressed me the most. Their defending side showing that ability to be disciplined, to have that timing right. The thing that I think enamored you with this roster again here at this event. But on the other side, NRG did show good signs of life towards the end of that first half.
Yeah, definitely did. I mean, a lot of these were stacked against NRG, so still be separated by just 2 rounds, and particularly the final round of that first half. Still kept things in check here. A pistol round 2. That's right back on track. Inside of NRG. Wide open B site here. No challenge comes through from PRX. Have everything to invest back in here, but Marta so far forwards.
Marta giving PRX a taste of their own medicine. Forsaken. Paranoia in hand. Should have been more paranoid. NRG somehow outdoing PRX of their own sort of style here. And then look at that crossfire. How are you meant to get through? You've got CT with 2 players. That's going to help it, I guess. Brock going down.
Ooh, I was going to say, it looked like he was going to consider it.
Look at the trade out at space. It looks like the retakes now with NRG almost. Poised, waiting. Patience for PRX to make a mistake, and Jing doesn't. Takes away Ethan and makes it look doable. Now Scuba and Marta need to be brought into question, but the time's starting to tick here. Amada is just toying with them. He's got to keep them humble on this, keep them under the clock here. Scuba delivers it from heaven. Marta buys the time, but it's that just spacing they had on CT.
Marta is just completely free all the way in the back lines of PRX. The paranoia here posted, and I think it's just a jump scare for the rest of PRX. Lazy clearance up towards rafters as well. Really bizarre approach on the way back in here. At least now, the early precedent set. Marta continuing that early trend we saw in Santiago in terms of flanking on the attacking side. Sorry, against the attacking side. He might just run away with the space. Close and personal here
But there's 3 players. Divide, Jing, all there. Expecting that paranoia swing though, so they already shift back a little bit deeper. I guess that does give Jing the orb. That's a nice silver lining, but on the other side, Invi with a trade out. Look at the damage on Scuba there.
Misreading this a little bit. We're going to go for try and convert that.
And that then puts Envy in a spot of bother. Does get to back away. Not going to get punished on this. They look to really push the point further.
Stinger here. Marder's going to want to get up close.
Brock slipped
once
the net.
more.
Oh, not again.
Another round where he's just caught with U2 in hand.
That's going to be so frustrating.
അറിയുള്ളൂ.
No, dude, there ain't
He
no
doesn't look
way.
left, right? He doesn't look left.
Right?
Ah,
Oh,
he
look at
moves
these
left.
two. Yeah, the crowd makes them turn. Both at the same time. Divide just a bit quicker to it. High flash in. Does note that the progression from Divide is there. He should be on site, so they should be aware of this. Heads up work needs to come down. Stun comes in. Envy strikes. Marder with a clear towards site, though, and you're looking for that plant to come through.
3 versus 3 ആണ്.
Envy, 5 HP, but still alive here. Jing in the back lines. Gonna have an awkward engagement towards Ethan because he's got a rifle.
Yeah, and it's only a classic with Jing. That's pretty tough. The others with a little bit more punch to it, but Ethan helping a touch of damage, right? Has a little bit look back
Right.
towards something, and now Jing's at the door. Oh no, Marder! Marder is just being toyed with Jing!
Look at their HP!
Being devious about it, and you're right, look at the HP! 3 for something, 5 for Envy, Scuba, a breeze would take them down! But it doesn't! Scuba can't deny them! There was nothing in it, 7 HP combined!
I mean, even before that, I felt like only 15 HP between the three of them. Absolutely ridiculous. Round 2 flip here from PRX.
Never tell me the odds on these boys. Look at this. Again, you look at the way the round goes. They are making something out of nothing so often.
Marder and Ethan just unable to keep Jing at bay.
Oh, my bandit
Scuba
is the best.
usually
My
so
bandit is the
good
best. Good.
in this situation. Things fall apart. A little bit of frustration shown from Bonkart. Still the buys. They're too well-rounded here for NRG to respond.
Oh,
My
Jing.
God, Marder.
I mean, both of them exchanging. Marder going to go down. Does deliver a good amount of damage towards Jing, but he's still breathing. At this point, where'd you go from here? Ram doesn't feel so safe. Something's already clearing close just to make sure no one's managed to slip up a little bit of the chaos. Still, a lot of bodies up here. Envy's on one side of this too. Something must start getting more interested. And it's getting close here. That seize is stunning.
There.
No one to really work off it at this point, but they're going to know there is players off ramp.
Ethan's got to be careful he's not spammed on the retreat. Able to navigate past that, though. NRG be able to plant their flag in heaven. Already, though, look who's making progress behind this Jing. The one to open up this round.
33 HP and no fear. I think he's ever felt fear, if I'm honest, the way he plays. Sheer and utter brilliance and confidence. But, let me count back here. He can hold this passive corner, though. So if Brock tries to play up,
30 seconds
I don't
left.
think there's a shot in it for Brock. So NRG can pause. But right now, they
Scuba's
are
coming this way
surrounded.
as well.
There.
Oh, dear. Jing.
Scuba's looking back.
Scuba? Are you checking?
Surely not.
I don't think they... Oh, my God, they do. Unbelievable heads-up work for the time,
10
Mike.
seconds.
They are so low on time here, and something's still on site. There's still one tucked in towards hell. Something! Oh, trying to lock in on this, but gets cleared. 5 seconds now. We're down to the wire. Forsaken sprays and prays, but this time the plant's now in.
Yes.
The
Oh my
guys
God.
for it. Scuba 1v2. They've already dropped down to Silent Divide. Does enough this time.
പറഞ്ഞിട്ട്.
PRX pushing forward, pushing up to 9.
That's just mental to see PRX still able to claw their way back into this. Jing identified early. They're still able to scale towards sight, sure, but here's the time that becomes just crippling for NRG. Looks like, I mean, just one bullet would have killed Ethan regardless. The late snake bite here from Divide, absolutely crucial. Again, I think with round 2 falling and things may be going totally off kilter for NRG. That's why we see this timeout called now. Again, they did have a chance to buy back in. We saw, what, 3 rifles?
Yeah.
ഞാനിന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചോളൂ നീ വിളിച്ചില്ലല്ലോ എന്ന്. സാധാരണ നീ വൈകിട്ടാകുമ്പോൾ വിളിക്കുന്നില്ലേ?
And maybe pistols for NRG. It's PRX knocking on the door of double digits.
Starting to feel that pressure now, don't you, right? It's that PRX methodology just coming through. They are so good at this. Again, you saw Jing on that opening side of things, loved what he was doing, but now it's kind of Divide kicking into effect. Envy's having some big rounds. Every single player's starting to find some form here.
I mean, he was on 2 kills up to like round 10 or something in the first half, but Envy was the player to impress me previously on Split on the defense. His ability to solo anchor the A site and put string together like 3 or 4 rounds where it's either a Red Bull clutch or a 3K to hand deliver a round for PRX. Again, not been present so far here, but something looking to punish the lesser purchase here. NRG Forsaken, yeah, confirmed early on.
Yeah, but hard to flash and hard to clear. Already Divide denies that. Punch through middle. This, but oh my god, he just turned away from it. Forsaken with a second lease of life, shutting down the attempts from NRG. PRX 5 standing. Even amongst all that threat.
Flawless up to 10. Kiko with a huge opportunity to find a freebie to open this up. On that Forsaken path in.
Yeah.
All the way up to rafters.
Awareness, dude.
Yeah.
So quick with it too.
Fortunately, I mean, no U2 invested for Marder to potentially pressure forwards, but Divide with just a smile across the stage. No nonsense for you here, Marder.
Not allowed.
Well, as I say, he's got a judge in hand again.
Nonsense time. No nonsense.
No nonsense.
Not allowed.
Divide,
you can't be doing this to us.
Divide, aka the fun police.
Yeah, on duty today is Envy, waiting on a lovely off angle. Oh, it is perfection personified. You said it, we saw it, and NRG felt it. Ethan, hell, give it to him at this point. Yeah, Envy, you are the real deal. Anchoring that site like an absolute champion.
4 kills here. PRX up to 11. He's just so clean on this off angle.
Knows it inside out.
Probably a little bit of paranoia from NRG of a counter swing coming from somewhere. 4 is not enough for Envy in that situation.
If it ain't 5, I ain't fussed. So, we look at the buyback in for NRG, and it's been a bit of a drought, right? But they do at least have a purchase. They have a couple of ults, but PRX starting to hit their stride here. This feels like the turn of pace.
Slower approach here from Marder. Oh my god, I thought Divide was going to get it again.
Yeah, you and me both. You and me both. Marder gets to live for another round here. There is still a problem towards Heaven in the form of Jing with that judge. They're looking for information outside A. Scuba is kind of tasked with dealing with that, but they've already cleared towards ramp. So if they do try and shift through vents, it is going to be hard to handle.
Scuba's got to get away from this. Identified here with a Prowler.
Oh,
be a trade-off of position, yeah. Going so deep towards spawn.
Yeah, but now it's just a bit of a game of chase, isn't it? But something turns and catches Kiko. I thought Kiko would be on that, but Marder answering right back. Blow for blow here. Battling in each other's spawns, basically. But the plant's now in. And NRG need to batten down the hatches because Envy wants his sight back. Gonna only get 1. Leaving Jing and something to find the final 3.
Look at the rewrap from NRG.
It's unbelievable how far they have to go into this. Jing is going to do the damage on site though, and something waiting in the right place here. Scuba has been caught, and now it's on Brock. Hold there for Jing. Oh!
The spam! The spam from
You don't even get a chance at him!
Styled on him. Beautiful shot from Brock. Get a beautiful reposition here. The trust in Ethan to just slow things down. It's a safe plant for Heaven. Even then, PRX find the right kill in that situation. Fake out here with the flash. Jing 30 HP was not really teed up for success here. NRG, everything but the Seekers here. A chance to piece together a comeback here. Marder going to go forwards once more, but Just dips his toes towards B main.
Haven't seen this operator yet really patrolling in middle. Should be noted now.
Is he staying?
Nah, thinks better of that, probably rightly so. The flash got exchanged to make sure he had backed off that deeper line. But now, you've got to be careful on those extremities, because look over towards B. Look at what's happening. Forsaken's already made progress here.
He can get right behind this.
I mean,
especially with something finding a pick.
Yep, that's Martagon. And NRG, just being massacred in middle. PRX firmly in control. And as you said, look who's coming!
God.
And look who's going! It is stylish, and it is special from something here. Forsaken will wait.
No.
To do this in front of an audience like this, Forsaken. Oh, dearie me! That is something you'd sooner forget if you're NRG. And for PRX, iconic as always.
They just don't care in some of these situations. The balls to go for the knife.
In front of a crowd this loud. This loud.
I mean, we saw it earlier on. I believe it was Envy previously. No, was it Divine or Envy? I can't remember. Somebody on Haven, but Forsaken. Happy to take another one. They're so cheeky. Breaking or attempting to break the mental of NRG, and something going forward once more with the operator.
Feels a bit rinse and repeat here, doesn't it? But worried where that spike's going. Heading over towards the A site where actually something waits. Gonna let a shot fly. And Brox managed to take down Forsaken. So
big kill.
They are pulling rotations, but something is not moved. Something is still here. If he is still here, there is still a problem. They've seen no further noise towards B.
But yeah, the ult thrown out kind of on a whim from Brock. Not sure of what that was meant to do, because it was so shallow. It was only really going to catch hell when somebody posted up really deep on pillar, but something now going to be played in. A ton of bodies on the other side of this. Does have Divide alongside him, a snake bite as well.
Something. Oh my god, almost had him, but Marder wants in. Divide now noted, Kiko with the TP, gonna get himself up towards heaven, but they still need to clear sight. Divide trying to patrol it, gets outdone. Something won't be the final line of defense. He dies! He goes down! NRG still in this one. Jing and Envy though, and Jing's got ult. Jing's also got Kiko dead. Sends out the ult, doesn't find it. Envy desperate to connect, and Jing with the paint shell will. PRX doing PRX things, but that was simply magic here. 13-7, that's map 2. We are going back and forth. Don't go anywhere.
It's more than a game. It's a world shaped by you, the fans. And our mission is to elevate that world by building technology that creates moments that last forever. That's why we're joining forces with the Valorant Champions Tour to transform how fans experience live events on the global stage.
Break down my walls, but I won't rise again. Cause I stand tall in my environment. How could I ever close my eyes as they silent sins? They try to take me down with their violence.
Oh, they go back in! Betcha flashes in, and down goes Light! The time to write the next chapter in the esports history books is finally here.
And they fold it in his hands yet again. Steps up to the plate, and he could knock this one out of the park. Now they shall be engraved alongside the greats.
Ilegales like chino. Ilegales like chino. Yo prendo el fuego, pues a salir. Y vine a tomar un guibatín.
Hi guys, I'm here with Cesari at the Artist Valley, and we have a lot of things in her stand that are actually great. And Cesari, I just want to know, what do you have going on here? What type of products do you sell?
Okay, so basically I have tote bags with my illustrations. I have some glasses that can be customized with your favorite agent. I also have like keychains that are double-sided with the agent's faces, and they're actually handmade. Everything is made by me.
That's amazing. Everything is handmade, and you can personalize your items here at your stand?
Yeah, you can personalize them.
Yes, oh, that's so cool. And I just want to know now, for closing the interview, what's your favorite agent to design?
It's Gecko.
Why?
Because he's American-Mexican, and I relate to that because he has Latin roots, and I think he's so pretty.
Definitely, and this is all amazing. Remember, you cannot miss this Artist Valley because we have a lot of things going on. Even you can customize your own glasses, so it's amazing. I just want to know now also, who's your pick? Who's going to win, NRG or PRX?
Oh, I wouldn't really tell you. I'm rooting for PRX, totally.
Okay, I like that. Let's see what's going to happen. Back to you guys.
Welcome back to the desk here at Master Santiago. We are joined by two very special guests. It's Leviathan's King and Sata. Guys, thanks for being here. How are you enjoying the event so far?
The event has been incredible. Me personally, as a Chilean, I don't know. I see all my people just screaming, doing everything. It feels like one of the best Masters events so far.
The crowd has been so special so far this tournament, the way that they're getting into every game. I know you guys have said you're down here, you're boot camping. How has that experience been, getting to play against some of the teams here?
Oh, it's really fun. I feel like every day doesn't feel like work at all. I mean, which is, you know, easy to think that because we play
you
video games.
You are a professional video game player, yeah.
Okay. But, you know, it's always like an experience every day playing against the Masters team because they, you know, they're the top of the world right now. And we learned so much from playing against them. It's actually insane how much we've grown.
Speaking of which, we want to kind of pick your brains a little bit on what we've seen in this map so far. I mean, PRX on an individual level looks like they're making plays, they're standing still, they're gunning them down, and it looks like NRG are kind of opting into that game style as well, which kind of isn't what we'd expect to see from them usually.
Yeah, I've seen like so many mistakes from NRG that you're not used to look at them. Like this round exactly here, they're not taking the risk to help Vice to cross right side NCT, have a proper ult and do a very good retake. They're just like all over the place, just throwing the ult, going in like one by one, and what it's supposed to be a perfect retake is just a 1v1 like Fiesta who goes and dies first, you know?
Yeah, from a player perspective, it must be hard, though, to make that right choice against PRX because they're so willing, Sato, to take fights that really no other team will.
Yeah, I feel like they play very differently. They play very freely around the map. During some of our practice against them, it felt like, what the hell is going on? They're everywhere. So, yeah, it must be even harder to play against them on stage because, you know, the pressure adds up, the crowd adds up. And if you get lost on their train, you're gonna, you know, get hit by a truck.
I need that in an engraving, I think. Now, the Verizon high-speed moment for this map goes to the Thrifty in round number 14. I tell you what, man, like, moments like this, it really feels like only PRX can get away with this stuff. Envy, especially on an individual level, look so good.
I mean, Envy was already a very good player on Team Secret, but he unlocked his full potential here. He's just like balling with everyone. He doesn't care about anything. He even said it. Now he trusts his teammates fully, and he's just literally it feels like he's been a PRX his whole career.
Yeah, he looks like the perfect upgrade for this team. He slotted in so quickly. What I really liked about that round in particular as well is that he's almost always, even on defense side, forcing a bandit after losing pistol.
Yeah.
And against NRG, they're a team who, if you don't normally force outlaw, they'll always buy light armor or regen shields on their round 2s. And that bandit headshot absolutely cooks. You saw he was getting kills from like 50 meters in that round.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm just going like 1 by 1.
Again, that weapon seems like pretty astonishingly powerful against like teams that are taking half armor. You touched on it briefly, Sato. You've had a chance to play against some of these teams. How can you kind of describe the experience of going up against PRX to someone who's watching who's never maybe had that experience or maybe won't?
I feel like they took the idea of playing individually to a whole nother level. Like, I feel like if you play individually, then maybe like you're failing as a team overall, but they make it work in a way that they bring out so many rounds that they shouldn't have, they shouldn't be able to bring out just because they're allowed this freedom. You know, I think Envy sat on an interview where he learned so much more about like micros, about playing like individually, shooting his gun with PRX, and it's kind of funny because normally what you learn when you join a stronger team is that, oh, I've learned so much, so many fundamentals, now I get to play with my teammates properly.
Forget all about that.
And it's like, nah, just shoot your gun and do it well, you know?
It's interesting because NRG is such the opposite to that. They're the only team in this tournament that has rejected double duelists, is trying to play this counter meta style. For you guys, obviously having known them from playing in America, it's not yet this year, but in the past, what's your kind of read on Ethan as an IGL king and how he's approached this meta and differentiated his squad from the rest of the teams?
Yeah, I would say Ethan always tries to info-starve as best as possible with the less amount of like fights, so that's why they're opting always with kind of the double drone in some of these maps. So they're always trying to like pick some parts to like info-starve you with some smoke, some drones. And they make you think it's like 3 people here, but we're actually just like grouping up already. We're making a good exec. So I would say he's been pretty comfortable since 2023 G, where he was like the mid-round caller around Boosie being the IGL. And I've always, because I was with Corbin, they always told me they learned so much from Ethan about all these movements and moving his teammates so perfectly around the map.
Yeah, I mean, 10 years now for him playing FPS games at the highest level, really, for this squad. Do you think that PRX, though, a team that always wants to fight, always plays double duelists, is a good match into that they're trying to disrespect that utility and go forward? Or is this the kind of style that NRG really wants to counter?
No, I would say playing against PRX, I haven't figured out how to counter them because they would just do the craziest thing you can imagine. And the thing is that they're not scared of taking the risk, and whenever they take it, it's actually incredible how the teammates just know someone's gonna do something crazy and they're like, okay, I'm gonna play around my teammate doing this play, and they're all over your face and you don't even notice what's happening. So it's so hard.
We haven't seen this comp with this map from NRG for a while. We saw it in kickoff. And it was the Chaos over double initiator. They've actually gone for the Sky instead here, obviously with the Waylay in the mix. Is that saying anything to you, really?
I think it is interesting because I felt like the KO was very good at shutting down hard executes on their defensive side. It was an awesome tool for reclear. I think part of the reason they might switch to this Sky is, like you're saying, prioritizing that drone to be able to actually reclear space against a PRX who loves to get aggressive on defense. Looking at this comp for you, Sato, solo duelist for Mata on the Waylay. What is it like having to fill into that role for a player and step onto a stage here?
I think, honestly, personally speaking, I prefer single duelist meta. I used to enjoy it more than the double duelist, just because, I'm a very greedy person, so I would like much more support for myself rather than having to share it with another duelist. So and I feel like Corrode is a map where you can run solo duelists. I think it's one of the only maps where I would rather have more util. I just don't feel like you need to have strong dives in Corrode, even though it's good, but like just a Waylay can create enough space on an exec, I think.
Sato, King, it's been a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for your insight, and hopefully you can enjoy the rest of the event. It has been an incredible crowd out here in Santiago. Let's get back to the action. Take it away, Pansy and Hypok for Corrode.
They were actually fire on the desk, by the way. Like, and they bring up some great points here. I do want to kind of talk about that kind of single approach as a duelist. Which side are you sitting on here, though? Or which team would you rather be on? Would you rather be in Something's shoes or Marta's right now with the teammates around you?
I mean, I do agree with the premise that here, the more util, just because of the rotation timings, if you haven't got mid control, there are a ton of question marks in terms of losing one of these extremities. But I've got to say it, right now, with the way Envy's playing, got to feel a little more confident. Yeah. Again, it's a question mark. Is it going to be a huge switch up here? The paranoia comes through. Something to find Ethan first.
Yeah, set to succeed with that paranoia coming out from Jing there. But Kiko on a quick trade, going to keep it within touching distance. But they're not really willing to continue on that pathing. You're already looking at them turning around. Scuba staying semi-close to this. Going to know that Prowler going past as they start the reclear. This is a very... Oh, my God. It's a really good read from NRG, and it's actually the downfall of PRX wanting to recollect that space, and it's a perfect re-hit.
Another 3K from Kiko on the pistol. Can he make it 4 here? Forsaken just cresting through spawn now. Get the confirmation, but again, NRG peeling away.
It's a really nice push and pull effect coming in from NRG. Again, I thought maybe that could have been lost when we saw Scuba kind of turning eyes, which is fair, but... Forsaken. Did you not want me to talk bigger picture because you still have a good shot at this round? That's on me. All right. Scuba's 1 HP. Brock and Marta are a little bit better off here, but Forsaken's going to do something about it. He's trying to. And, well, he gave it a go. Brock did it better. Hit the headshot. And again, I just want to talk about that push and pull there. That ability to freeze for a second.
Just peeling away. I've noted it previously as well. NRG desperate to try and nullify that mid-round from PRX, which can get so chaotic. Rifles will come out here for Brock and Kiko, but I'm going to frugal purchase. Marta just trying to make a go of things with a stinger. It's a stack towards B for PRX. Nothing on the other side of this.
That should all be considered now. I feel like the penny is dropping, but they probably don't know it's not like a 4-1 or something of that ilk, so they'll take a little bit of a time on this, you know, pop the flash in, do everything else, kind of keep it secure. And they've cleared well here, just checking towards elbow, so NRG can pretty much get the plant, sit pretty comfy, but I guess it's then that silence becomes loud. Where are they? What are they doing? And why haven't we seen them yet?
Scuba identified here. You see the pings initially that PRX are going to prioritize towards this position now, but again, able to create a little bit of space between them. Scuba, a couple of warning shots here. NRG take a ton of space towards spawn here. Will catch Envy. Trying to wrap back behind this.
Still, Device will show at that time. It's already quite quick. And this should be farming. Marta wanted to, but not going to get as much as he'd like there. No chance really on the defuse at this point. There's Forsaken.
From there. Yeah.
Gave it a good go. Brock should. Ooh, no.
Okay.
They both get caught on that. I thought they might have had one out there, but actually they lose quite a bit.
They do. So
Made very costly.
Yeah, 2 rifles and a stinger invested there. Yeah, which is bold considering a round 2 flip previously from PRX. Maybe this is just NRG's controlled purchase to account for the possibility. Still, won't cause too many issues here. Scuba probably just considering.
I forgot about the Brock Odin.
Yeah.
I forgot about it.
Yeah.
You know you've been good at something when they had to make changes for it, but it's Forsaken on the 1-2 punch. Perfectly teed up there. Played out brilliantly on B main. Gonna put Marta right to bed.
NRG going to now explore back towards mid, but there's 3 people on PRX looking to control this space and catch the mid round.
I love that step-for-step approach here.
I mean, they have to mirror them, yeah.
Yeah, and they have. They did it really quick. And Scuba catching Jing, though, could open up that springboard towards A if they read into how many players were behind that presence early towards B. At best, would have been in middle.
Spotted the 4 light shields here for something. Not going to matter with that. It's a headshot.
Yeah, Scuba barely gets to see it. And NRG really hoping they get more play on this, but they're not being given the fights they want. And in the meantime, look at what Forsaken's doing.
versus 3 ആണ് സുഖമായിട്ട്
And
എടുക്കാം.
his positioning might just be the downfall of NRG's attempts here. Do they even think about it? Do they check? Do they clear diligently enough?
30 seconds.
Lovely off angle. Ethan's trying to be careful, but caution not enough to get past Forsaken. Kiko will at least allow for the trade, but now something's back on the line. The first problem and the final one as well. Something is here. He's absolutely landing shots.
Effectively a round 3 operator for him, considering the buy. Again, NRG's approach here will put them in a position to effectively even this up. I mean, other than Ethan again, issues maybe in terms of the shields. We'll have to see what they decide on. Something absolutely lethal here. Already 1 away from his ultimate. Inby going to play on Odin of his own. Yeah, actually, Scuba's the only other gap in the buy here on a Guardian. Maybe a turn of pace here towards A for NRG.
Oh my God, no. Marta is getting manhandled. PRX is so good at dulling the spear that NRG keep trying to throw at them. Devi unwilling to back away or surrender, and that's why stands his ground and claims all 3. As Ethan's just surrounded. Scuba noted, sent packing PRX. Larger in charge here, hunting Scuba down. And there's something bittersweet about hearing that Odin rattle off shots right at NRG.
The first one, though.
3 more.
Plenty of time to work with. She being Scuba needs to find some space elsewhere. Already Forsaken, looking to catch the mid rotation. Yeah, I think Scuba's going to be in a good spot here to find the plant.
He's clutch.
Crowd wanting to go forwards, but
he's having a look. Let him work this one, 30 seconds. And I like what he's trying, right? Trying to catch a body to drop, potentially get yourself a 1v2, because again, if they play as 3, you're kind of done for.
Now the issue being, because he's shown his hand, they might just catch him on this plant.
Yeah, I think he knows he might be done for. That spam might be fatal on just clearing the corner. Doesn't get revealed on the haunt though, but still it's so indicative. He's trying to make mountains out of molehills. This guy is clutch as hell though. Scuba, why are you making me believe here? They're going around the site. The timing, he's been caught. I thought you could set your clock by that man in the clutch, but still outdone in the end by a fraction of a second.
Still a chance there for Scuba, even being spotted early on enough, but again, look at the damage done to Marda early on. The fight just welcomes him on the other side of the dash. As you said, remove the tip of the spear here, and NRG lack a bit of that pop to follow up, which again is the other side of the conversation, right? Marda can be so far ahead. Yes, you can create that space, but unless somebody can really reinforce that, makes it really difficult if he just dies for free in that sort of situation to utility or to a peak potentially.
Find you.
Ultimate's starting to come online here. Something on Forsaken on the side of PRX. Only the TP for Kiko. Scuba just want to wait.
Oh, they're trying to play with that little bit of timing, but again, they only have classics here. Trying to maybe overwhelm
They scaled up quickly though.
Yeah, they made it through. I guess that Horn didn't quite make it out, but the problem is that Indy is still sat on this, so you're maybe hoping to catch Jing potentially, but clutching at straws here. Jing reads it very well. Marda still not finding the ability to gap close on one of these. Actually does find it with Kiko in the end, so Jing's gone down. That is a big upgrade, and they are behind the wire now. That's an issue for PRX, but not a huge problem yet.
It's so weird here. Forsaken will catch Marda. Pull it to the side of the head.
Trying to work it.
Yeah.
Divide read that really well, that just like little predictive fire towards the right. Lovely control from him. Taking a bit of a risk for it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But you kind of need Divide to do that sometimes. It feels like just take that bold step, and I think he's heard steps.
Well, the wall got triggered as well. This is what enables Divide to rotate away from the site. Hellcat scoop in transition once more. Brock unnoted as of yet. They do need damage here.
That's the question. He has got shock darts, and Divide is... Ooh! Oh. Hello. Applying something will do the job in the end. I like that NRG tried to find a threat there, but again, PRX, they look very well equipped, even in these chaotic rounds. They're very good at catching that wanted outcome, denying it. Again, I like what Divide did. I know it was a bit risky, could have potentially gone down there, but you got to call your number up sometimes.
I mean, even so, it's effectively Jing to take that first risk.
Yeah.
A chance for NRG maybe to snowball on the back of that upgrade, but and Divide has the freedom. The wall's not been triggered. He knows he can come back and throw an extra body on the line. As you said, take a risk to really secure the round. Early timeout called here from NRG. Seen it a couple of times already in this series. Maybe in terms of the preparation, the opening string of rounds, catching NRG off guard, I guess, in some way, shape or form.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it would actually be, if I'm honest, because this looks quite...
I mean, I said earlier on, it might be just a playbook sort of issue where some of these set pieces aren't going the way that they'd want, which, again, versus a team like PRX, can't ever really account for somebody getting in and finding 2 or 3 kills.
Which they do.
Yeah,
Quite
they do,
a lot.
and they have.
Yep. It will continue to happen. They are still... It's crazy to think that they sit within such a high margin of talent, right? Like, result-wise, they are more often than not top 3 team, pushing high-end, deep runs. But even amongst the best, they still find that extra 10% sometimes, that extra weird X factor that no one else can do. As I said, the never tell me the odds rounds. They pull that off incredibly well. Now, NRG, whatever the adjustment is, let's see how it looks.
I was going to say, coming out of that timeout, Marder actually going to pick up an operator here, so intention to slow things down, work a pick here on the attacking side, maybe on the back of him falling previously to devise util, being a little bit fragmented in the approach. Massive probe out here, obviously. Kiko looking to maybe paranoia on the back of the dog taking contact.
Yeah, I think in my mind, I really want to see how they try and implement Marder better, which is easier said than done, because those first couple of rounds, it's been quite hard for him to get that pop towards sight. There's been a lot of setups. I don't want to say necessarily just to catch him, but Devi's done really well to control the space around it, keep him very limited. So I do want to see what the next layer is for NRG, and obviously PRX are in control here. This is very much their game now, momentum-wise at least. Let's see if there is a difference. They've kind of posted up Marder towards middle. That will do the job. That is a good find on Envy. Now they can start working the rotations around 50 seconds.
Anticipating that PRX would rotate off that, though, still. I mean, Forsaken's got a very deep hold towards B. Does have a little bit of support from Divide, both with ultimates as well. Something Judge in hand, but he also has ult. So it could just be a full retake approach here. Again, Divide could create space for the pit to really find value here in this retake. Able to slow things down with the snake bite. Forsaken actually going forwards.
And Forsaken slipping the net. They don't know about him just yet at all. He has not been found. He has not been seen. But Kiko heads up in his work. Takes him away, but Divide!
What the hell?
Just a red flag to a ball goes flying in. Maybe a little too wild there. Aren't in play. Something close, but Jing's just been caught off. Something's gonna have to find 4 here. NRG making this one work. Something not getting an early play-in on the corner either. And I think...
Yeah, he's got to give this up.
Time to back away.
I'm curious to know what the call was there, or if this was just in anticipation of piecing together a retake. Maybe the clock is what forces Forsaken to go forwards there and really gamble on effectively winning, what, a 1v3 to deny the plant from happening.
Yeah, I thought
it's a bold move.
Yeah, and it's one of those that maybe you're willing to throw in one of. But again, Devi's diving in as well. You've got, players just throwing bodies at it. I think it can be a quick way to lose a game, but we also know that PRX can do a couple of these rounds and then get back on track. That's
spam onto the wall here.
Oh, okay. Any team to do it up against, it feels fair.
We're going to be missing the Nightfall now. because the investment didn't come. Invi, we're in a really weird spot actually in terms of the timing in middle. I don't think it necessarily has a huge impact in terms of the outcome here. Because of the approach initially from PRX, or the intent that they did show. NRG will get effectively a buy in hand now. Something on the operator will be spotted.
I like this corner for Marder. Yeah, he likes it too. That's a lovely pick. Invi's starting to struggle in middle here. That's 2 rounds now.
അടി വാങ്ങിക്കുന്നു.
They're quite close to this pit. And what kit does
No
Ethan
way
have?
he walks this.
I mean,
right?
it's Forsaken. It's Forsaken. Of course he's going to go for something a little wild, but that felt a bit too far. We're seeing a couple of these rounds now where you put a question mark to it. One's allowed, more when they're getting punished. Becomes a bit of a problem. Jing's going for a walk. Regrouping slowly but steadily towards the A site, it looks like. But again, Ethan's still in patrol out here. Device paranoia is sky high as well.
Because Invi's fallen where he did. The identification now. You have to freeze. I could have to capitalize on that.
This could be huge. Device still here. Going to be kept at bay by the smoke. Oh, going to be down on top. He's just got to wait for this. Does he get out with his life? Smoke is keeping him safe for now. Hindered up. Comes out of it, but look at the flank. Look who's here, Jing. You're not going to go for a knife. You just wait. And then he strikes, and now they're cornered. And PRX on the punish. You get a couple of rounds where they may make some questionable choices, but this is your reminder of who they are. And Jing wants to double down. They're all in the corner. They're all stuck here. Something getting closer. This turns into just a brawl on the site. And already Kiko wants out. He wants to plant something on his side. This has gone absolutely topsy-turvy.
Something. Well, finally trade out to a rifle here. Try and piece this together. The 2v3.
It's on a nice edge. This could go either way. Look at it, defined by smokes and divided, yet conquered is there. Scuba the one to catch Jing, navigating that smoke. But bloody hell.
What was that round? NRG almost falling victim to trying to cling on to this space. Get Marder posted up very deep with this operator. PRX just can't. Oh my God, look what he spots there.
Unreal.
And yeah, I don't know if maybe Forsaken's reading it's just one person on the orb, but against a team like NRG, especially where they've slowed things down early on, he's just not giving that sort of play in. Also, it comes down to spamming in and out of smokes at the end, which is just
ridiculous. Again, though, I'm quite interested to see what the problem solving for PRX is now. They're starting to lose a little bit of control in middle.
Dare I say it, that's just Alex talk button press.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Just wants to have a word?
Yeah. Especially, no.
No.
No, not after that round.
No, I
mean, with Invi falling twice in mid, Forsaken walking out of a pit, this is a crack of the whip. Timeout from Alex for sure.
Should be. And I think in that same breath, we can also kind of highlight the adjustment from Marder coming in with that operator, kind of playing a little bit more around middle, less centric towards the sites, looking for those picks to punish rotations after some pressure. But you're right, it probably is just a crack of the whip, get them back on the same page, make sure they're not making silly over mistakes or kind of over pushing things. Tough in this round though, because they are going to be on a lighter purchasing. Forsaken and Jing can still get a rifle, the rest will be down low on pistols.
So really, Forsaken to do the heavy lifting here. Odin and operator in hand for NRG, and Marder actually catches the flash.
Yeah, I think Ethan's reading. There's a lot of pressure behind this, and now PRX going to make something out of nothing. Ethan, quick cycling on that juggle back to try and make sure that operator doesn't fall into enemy hands. But they've already drawn blood. That's a big scalp to claim the second that Marder starts working back towards sites.
Deny obviously taking a ton of damage there. Again, no upgrade found, so
Scout destroyed.
NRG able to stabilize here. Things get out of hand just yet. There's still 4 players, 4 PRX on the other side of this. Will be identified at the back of the wall. Maybe just waiting out the timing here to allow Kiko to regroup and death ball in towards the A site.
Smoke's coming in. Off the wall.
They still got split, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Kiko having to invest a little to make sure they scale up together because you don't want to, again, get picked apart. There's a lot of threat to this. NRG now noting that. Ooh. Unconfirmed. Even the crowd got a little excited. Unconfirmed. And they are now potentially surrounded here. NRG Gonna have to batten down the hatches amongst the storm, but, well, Brock's gonna find them some safety, taking away Devi. Second attempt on the plant.
Something's gonna get the operator. See him on the X-ray.
He's hunting it down. Scuba. Oh my God, Scuba! Scuba! He can't turn in time! A PRX! This is the round that you start looking like a threat again. This is ridiculous. But down to 3, Brock, Ethan, and Kiko should be on red alert because suddenly the buy looks threatening. Something's got an operator. Forsaken's got a rifle, and it's Jing with a bulldog. Kiko has to do it all. This PRX with a quick correction, answering right back.
NRG desperate to find another kill there. It just doesn't come through. PRX will find a thrifty conversion. Massive upgrade for something as well. And it's the flash here from Ethan to force Mana back inside the smoke. PRX continue to go forwards there, catching him on the repeat. Jing, 2 huge kills from him on the Bulldog. More frustration shown from Bonka in a couple of rounds now where he's looking very confused in terms of the approach, not just the outcome.
Oh. Forsaken, look at this man. The audacity to sit on this corner after getting tagged up like that, but I guess with an operator, why not? And when you got Jing holding down middle this time, putting a lot more pressure behind this. It's not just going to be Envy here. You've got 3 players now. Put to task and put to test. Put to bed. Kiko and Scuba irrelevant to this round, looking like a formality.
Spike's actually ahead of the wall as well. PRX going to have a chance to wait out this smoke and then take full control. Kiko and Scuba. Super clutch for the 2v5. They have to piece together here. Plenty of time for Scuba to reposition. And the threat still here. Outside B, Forsaken. A little more tempered. They are considering the save now with Kiko peeling away a little bit. Maybe this is a byproduct of Alex's timeout here. So they go forward on the thrifty, get the conversion. Way more controlled here towards mid.
And you need to see it. Again, I think it was the biggest change in PRX in general, right? Was
30 seconds left.
Roll your minds back, the train effect, all of this.
Yeah, the overheat factor. Always something that, especially with a more structured team like NRG, they can actually get a grasp on the pacing. Hold that thought, though.
Yeah, well.
Well, hold that thought. Scuba's getting 2.
10 seconds left.
Why did we speak?
Why?
All good. But yeah, it's one of those things where I think PRX learning about that gear shift for themselves gave them so much more validity for deep runs, right? Consistently against all types of teams. However, we need to see it kept in check. You saw it slip there. Those 2 rounds that we saw kind of hit back.
Saw it slip at the end here, I mean, because the knock-on effect, I think, well, they take out 500 and 100 credits between the 2 players that fall there.
And it was just unnecessary.
Yeah. Have to see to spread the funds a little bit. I'm seeing Forsaken without a shield. Yep. Didn't fancy it.
Okay.
Didn't fancy a shield.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, well, right off the rip, it doesn't seem to matter because Envy's got you 2. And right back to this brawling mentality. PRX just put the firing squad towards the B side. And they're not backing away from it. It's Devi with the operator now. Being finally forced off. Flash comes in. Ethan's had enough of it. Having to kick down the door, though, just to get close to this site.
It's a late investment here from Devi.
Forsaken on the flank.
He's here very early on in towards NRG's spawn. And they are huddled together outside B right now. Confirmation of presence still here. And a turn.
How far does he go?
Yeah, I was going to say a turn of attention here from Scuba. Maybe just waiting out an opportunity to fight back in. Issue being, though, like I said, the late investment in terms of util from Devi is going to reinforce this. And Forsaken's tucked.
He can't die, though. If Forsaken goes down...
Can't go forward without a shield either.
Yeah, it's a weird spot to be in.
He's on a screen by.
Headshots only.
30 seconds left.
28 seconds. The only way is forward now. Devi and Envy waiting, poised, and have to be precise. Envy is. That's 3 for him this round, but there's still a chance in this. Operator noted, Forsaken noted, but he's still firing on all cylinders. Ethan on 30 HP, nothing to do but die. PRX, they stabilize here in choppy waters.
And it might not feel like it, but that's the momentum swing, really. 3 rounds converted, and can this play out? Envy the one to find 2 kills to open this one up a third. When finally the side hits maybe a turn of pace towards 8. PRX read it really well. Look at mid though. Look at mid.
Arda's gone up here. He does have the Vandal, but something's already on the case, sniffing this one out.
He scoped in as well.
Yeah, I think he might clear this, to be fair. How deep does he dig on that corner, though? He knew it was a problem, but now he might be encouraged to play this forward. They've just started to apply enough pressure. He has to make a bit of a move. They're still putting a lot of faith in Envy here. Full kit still to play with. And there's the real trap being sprung. Now the layers to this. Brock decides to get involved into the action, trying to set them up towards the site. Envy playing it deep on CT, but he's lost out on Divide. Nice answer back.
He's got ult as well.
Has a Prowler, still has Haunt. But hard to clear these players now who are disconnected from the site itself.
Forsaken has to find something on the backside. Repositioning to mid, but 2 players from NRG posted up.
Yeah, they're waiting for him. Ethan gonna get caught in this. There's the swing. It's a 1-for-1 trade, not quite enough. Unless Envy can do magic with 30 HP. NRG bringing it back from the brink now with a good answer.
Broken by, able to stick the landing and find a 5th. Like I said, just as you feel as if PRX have got control of the momentum. Scuba, beautiful catch onto Jing to open this round up.
And without that, you may not have seen Marta catching that, you know, timing on towards something who just...
Nice, guys.
Again.
Nice.
Nice. Odin's back in. Outlaw's coming out as well. Couple of shields to punish, but again, Operator with something. Don't think that that's not going to be brought into effect here. The timing is right, but the swing was wrong. But Envy's won out on the other side, so they lose on the they win on the extremity, but lose out in middle. Jing chomping at the bit to try and get involved here. Envy, he's got Forsaken by his side. Marta's already in towards Heaven. This is getting a bit weird and wonderful. Pits come in. Marta wants some safety, wants to find them a corner to play from, but Jing doesn't allow it.
Massive kill for Jing to find here. The pit will spread, allowing a safe plant here for NRG. But can they spam onto him? Oh my god!
You're a lucky boy, Brock, but only for a second. They're flying back through. Ethan and Scuba trying to make it out of this nightmare of a pit, leaving just Scuba alive. Gets 1. Shorty's only got 1 more bullet. 1 more man to find. Oh!
Went down swinging here.
Can't say he didn't.
PRX will find number 7. Get themselves a 2-round advantage here in the first half.
First off, समय दवाई वो नहीं पति लो मेरा मैच चल रहा 30 seconds and wait.
Santiago! Michu! Dale, Michu! ¡Muy bien! ¡Hey, Michu! ¿Cómo estamos de ritmo,
Yo digo que estamos muy bien. Intentamos hacer un juego. Vamos a bailar todos y cuando yo diga la palabra, todos congelados. Y congelados.
Vamos a hacerlo otra vez, ¿vale? Vamos a hacerlo otra vez. 1, 2, 3.
I thought I'd seen it all, Michael.
No.
Correct. There is more to be seen.
Cantor, though, truly one of the goats of Santiago.
For sure.
How is he still going?
I don't know. He even said he doesn't know. I asked him earlier,
Yeah,
like, how do
he's
you
like,
have a
no.
voice? Not a clue.
There's some much needed support there from Mitsu.
So which ones are you taking? Which outfit?
I'll take the completo.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've seen you in the wingman suit.
What can I say? All right. It is starting to heat up here again. First two maps, 13-8 for NRG on Pearl. Split 13-7. Here, 7-5. Still anyone's game. I think the control from PRX got brought back in. I was worried there was a slip. But for NRG, only claiming 5 after getting those first 2 from the pistol, leaves a little bit to be desired.
It does. I think here, in terms of the discussion around the comps, certainly NRG leaning towards a stronger defensive half. In terms of information gathering, really figuring out PRX's intentions. Paranoia considered. Close contact taken. Scuba gonna back away from this.
Can't go down here. Slip CT, waits for the support through middle, but the carpet's rolled out. PRX are going to be in the door. Not going to get a quick pick before this, though, so going to have to be playing after the plant.
How deep do they go here? Because it's a massive wrap from NRG
PRX.
back towards elbow.
I don't think there is ever a limit to how far they go, but Forsaken, once again, showing restraint here and gets rewarded for it. Ethan going to be found first. He can then slip back further. Forsaken fancies another goal! Mesmerizing on the second. Oh, he's on for a third. No, Brock. Just a second quicker to the angle. But in this position, it's really tough to break through. Doesn't even have to. This is nice for PRX. This could be the first nail in the coffin here, at least in this map. Scuba locked out from here. Limited options.
Yeah, limited options, still some time to play with, but he would need a huge round. Time going to decide this one now as PRX still going to go forward, maybe find another kill to progress, but Jing just shut it down here. That's the upgrade, will fall to the spike. PRX a well-considered approach. Unfortunately, NRG not able to get Brock in position to really deny entry to site. And here, just 2 fantastic kills from Forsaken.
Lovely work.
I mean,
he was
just,
so close to
he
Brock.
just catches a glimpse of Brock. He's like, ah, no, I've missed the timing.
Yep. Oopsie. But again, if you look at how this goes, once you go to the majority of the buy rounds, very good for PRX.
Yeah, they
had a little bit of a chat.
Yeah, they took over the home stretch of that first half, and rightfully so. You note about the timeout from Alex, reining them back in a little bit. Unfortunately now, on this half, they're allowed to run off leash.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's that fine margin that once they get onto the attack, they can hunt them down. Easier to be the hunter than the hunted. Something doesn't catch Kiko here. Oh my god, the timing on that. Tries to whip around, but it's actually Scuba to stall them out. PRX not getting what they want. Marta, yeah. Actually coming online and finding Jing. This is something getting a little bit weird. Brought back into effect by Forsaken. Starting to hit some shots here. Okay. All right, there's a little bit of threat.
No, NRG able to find 2 kills here, nearly making it possible. Damage is done, but already going to see something picking up an operator. See what he can find here coming into the 3rd round. Operator on the bonus, no less.
Slamming coming out. Not from Alex.
Yeah.
Haven't seen enough Alex Cam. We will need that one production.
Well, maybe he's already trashed the room.
That could be the case, but the trap was set. But look at it. Something so fast, it caught the observers off, and apparently caught off NRG as well. Stop it. You're not meant to be doing that here. Unwilling to relent on the side of A. It finally falls towards NRG's favor, but look at the build-up here.
Scuba's just given up this angle. Brock's going to be tucked behind the smoke now, has to drone out just to confirm. And he slipped through from PRX, yeah. Not going to be able to explore towards mid at all. Does have the opportunity to do so with Kiko, but Scuba now finding contact. It's going to bring Brock right back this way.
And a bit iconic with this weapon, but not got the same ability to spam through and cause problems on the plant. And Divide
doesn't care.
doesn't need that many bullets. He'll just put 2 to the brain and his job done. Scuba already noted on this side of the map. You can see Envy in a nice passive position in case he does try and play ahead of that box. Kiko showing a little bit of curiosity from middle. But again, trying to break those back two is going to be the problem. How do they get past the likes of Devi and Jing? I think the answer is they don't.
Coming in, it's so late.
Yeah, I think it's way too late to even try and deal with that deeper post-bomb positioning. And PRX just being given a lot of opportunities here. I'd love to see the start of that again.
I mean, yeah, walk in the park to find the bonus conversion. Very little threat. Oh, so beautiful catch onto Ethan. And again, it just spirals out of control so quickly. And again, you're seeing now hints of the momentum. Devi swinging solo, things like this. When PRX start to heat up, you just get individuals making unorthodox plays, decisions, really tapping into being the anomaly. And a lot of this for NRG.
Well, I think if we're seeing the upswing from PRX, Bonkar is as well. Timeout for NRG, and he's not happy. Yeah, we saw in the previous, we saw in round 2, the death slam. He's looking like he's barking out the commands here, because NRG are being dictated to in this one.
Yeah, they are, which is something we talked about in the previous series, where they kind of got behind in terms of the tempo. And this is where this sort of approach, the structured approach, you can be embarrassed. It looks like you just don't have a say in when a team is just hitting you relentlessly across the map. We talked about Ethan having to put in a shift previously. It's so hard to call against teams like this. You mentioned the X Factor, the anomaly, whatever you want to call it. The things that you can't consider.
Something in the power.
Purchase obviously not going to be there. PRX will be teed up to find number 11. A couple of sheriffs, a couple of stingers. No ultimates to offset that either. Forsaken already up to a pit. Divide just 2 away, so crucial for NRG's buy back in potentially behind this.
The aggression, it's already going to be somewhat nullified, right? Okay,
definitely now, yeah.
It's so well read. That little trap play in middle just seems to lack a punch behind it when something can just get out of there. Doesn't really get flashed up, but there's still bodies behind. And this is that, again, something that you start seeing when PRX get into their full form is their ability to play disciplined in these situations. Wait for someone to go for something, play in those deeper spots, catch, and then start building on a site. This is the new depth of this team, the new quality that they can do, but they still need to clear Kiko. It was one of the X factors in even some of the previous series for NRG. 11-5 guys, 11-5. This is now floodgates open, and it looks simplistic.
Really well controlled here by PRX, leaving nothing to chance. Ethan will slip a little deeper towards the spawn of PRX.
5 versus 3 guys.
It'll be hard for Scuba and Brock to break back in here. The 2 stingers really need to close the gap to find value.
Oh,
it's good from Scuba though.
Yeah. Gonna need more. That, okay, is more. Envy?
A little off on the placement here, yeah.
There's still a bit of time to play with too, but they're gonna need someone else to land a big boy shot. They've got the upgrades there with Brock and Ethan, but they gotta get going. How do they keep him off this corner? Pop flash! And Envy stands and delivers as Ethan just have to watch that one pass you by.
11 on the board here. Another big round from Envy. 4 in a row to kick off this second half. Look at what's left behind this purchase, if anything. NRG desperately trying to keep their head above water. Mada will throw an operator in the mix here. He's positioned over towards 8. Spread thin here, but there's a challenge from NRG in a choke point.
They're putting everything behind this, right? This is just everything on the line here. And this is where PRX can thrive. Sees.
Do they hear anything though there?
Comes in, going to be handled, but again, something might just be in a checkmate position. Doesn't get to turn the flash, just accepts his fate at that point. The paranoia layered in, Envy has to fall. But options being looked for on the other side of the map. Marder ready. That's it from NRG. keeping control of those extremities and then eyeing up middle as that rotation point.
Able to deny information to the dog here. Well, still shown by Jing. Happy to show presence. Envy, spike in hand. Now, if they can draw the eyes elsewhere, might set up one of these players to find entry. Jing now. Reposition, does have a smoke, got paranoia. Can he set something in motion here, potentially for Divide to pinch behind this?
There's going to need to be a lot. Scuba taking a bit of damage there, has turned the
eyes.
attention. Jing now goes in.
He gets
one. I don't know how he gets one, but Divide is that X factor, and he is striking perfectly.
Bait.
This is a stunning plan from PRX. Now we're seeing a 2v3. Ult there for Envy. Plants in play. Time on their side.
Do they push towards Scuba here?
I think they want to, but Marder takes away Envy in a deep position from Scuba. Keeps NRG living and breathing for now.
Marder succeeds with the operator. And the aggression on the other side just to force, almost herd PRX into his sightlines. Get them number 6 here. Great timing on the flash as well.
Yeah.
And something just has no time to react to that at all.
Nice, Scoop.
Forsaken to devise ultimates to bring into this. Something just 2 away. Missing 1 for the TP on the other side. NRG, everything except the Seekers. They finally stop the bleeding. A string of 4 rounds.
Yeah, but that scoreline, you can't ignore it.
No, this is I mean, they need to build up a cushion here. Still seeing Mada and Kiko struggling financially behind this.
Back in a flash.
Scuba, the one to be tested first and foremost. Something going to go in, spray in. Going to identify him early. Noting towards elbow. Kiko's still around though. And there's going to be the Hunter's Fury. That's huge damage. Brock does very well to find Envy. Oh, but Forsaken reads him like a book. Clears Kiko, and now I mean, he almost got a second. I think Ethan got given a haircut, but he fights back against something. Now he's back at least safe for a second.
Guys.
See the PRX here.
There's
the plant. Oh, there's the pit.
The spread is good as well. Access back in towards Link. This is really awkward here for NRG. The pit is outside. They cut some of the sight lines for them to reapproach site. Oh my God.
I don't think you know what you're looking at. You certainly don't, but a 2v2 is what we are left with.
Dogged.
One towards the pit, and indeed, the dog was the only tool that they really had to work with. Martin's going to get going. He's just got the classic. Oh, Forsaken.
Ethan's freezing.
Wait, Ethan! Ethan!
Oh my God.
I thought he almost got away with it. Daylight robbery nearly happening. But PRX checking back and pushing up to 12.
I didn't catch a glimpse of how close he was there, but my God.
It felt close. It felt close.
See the sight lines they have. There's a chance for Ethan to just steal this away.
Oh.
Yes.
Device super clutch to catch Mada on. He has to retreat away when everything's invested towards Forsaken. Just locked into the edge of that pit. Forsaken, okay, bulldozing.
No fear.
Initially through mid.
And I mean, speaking of no fear, they go flying in, but Envy, ice cold, backbone. Brock with the reply towards middle. Devi on the trade. But Ethan's handled it until now. Kiko clean. Something in Devi though. Still a danger. The spike needs to be brought back in hand, however.
Not the time to do so. 2v2 here, a ton of space between these remaining players. Something ultimate available. NRG will stack up, looking to re-clear back through mid. Devi at least will show presence here with some util. Perfectly placed as well to stop a double swing from top mid. How do they read this, Kiko? No paranoia, both smokes, TP. He can check towards one site here.
Guys. Plan
Gambling the wrong way.
Let's roll the dice. That's how it goes.
It's gonna take them forever to rotate as well. I mean, there's gonna be so many questions across the map.
You got Kiko's TP, but would you even want to take it alone?
No.
Plants in. And there it is. There's that gut-dropping
so
feeling.
awkward now.
Now roll your minds back, Ethan. Once at the helm of gifting PRX their greatest defeat ever. Nowadays looking like a different side, Divide and Something want to get the advantage here. Ethan back on the site though, looking to clear through, has to get past Something, can't do it yet. Divide buying time on the site, swing comes in, and PRX a different beast altogether now. Another win in their name, 13-6. More definite than before.
Who is watching the live? ആരാടാ ലൈവ് കാണുന്നത്? അമ്പാടിയാണോടാ? Hello.
Yes. ഇത് പറയണം. Heaven planned.
And there it is, there's that gut-dropping feeling.
Oh my god, ഇത്രയും ദൂരം ഓടി വരണം. Guys, ആരെങ്കിലും NRG നോക്കിയാൽ സ്റ്റിക്കർ പറഞ്ഞാൽ
When we start sound designing an agent in Valorant, we have to consider some key questions, like who the character is and what materials are associated with them. Every sound designer has a different process, but I like to start by developing a foundational sound, something that everything else builds off of. For Vito, we face two challenges. Vito's arm and abilities are made out of the same substance as Gekko's creatures. So how do we differentiate his sounds from Gekko's sounds? We decided to distinguish these by making Vito's goop sounds more crunchy and less fluid sounding than Gekko. One of the fun ways we added that crunch was by destroying a cabbage. The second challenge was, how do we communicate danger? We did this by thinking about Vito's abilities as ambush predators. Imagine you're in a movie, exploring a cave, and there's a giant spider lurking in the darkness, lying in wait. What would the music sound like at that moment? We landed on this aggressive synth, which ended up as a foundational sound for Vito.
Ponla pa' subirle esa chapa, me gustan pila y tú sabes que yo soy puto que estoy la es mentira. Full de los bolsillos pa' darte lo que tú pidas, ya están dándole a la tu si va con un vuelo de ida. Ponla pa' subirle esa chapa, me gustan pila y tú sabes que yo soy puto y que estoy la es mentira. Full de los bolsillos pa' darte lo que tú pidas, ya están dándole a la tu si va con un vuelo de ida. Ponla pa' subirla, ponla pa' subirla, ponla pa' subirla, ponla pa' subirla, ponla pa' subirla.
Well, there's NRG's map pick of Corrode that goes any way but theirs. It's a bit of a rough start, back and forth early on, where NRG, you know, their smiles, they feel like, okay, we've got some run on this map, feel like we have some lead, but it's early on that they're stopped in their tracks on a lot of these fast site hit attempts.
Yeah, I thought that PRX came into this game, despite not having seen this comp from NRG since earlier in America, because they haven't played it so far in this tournament. They had a really good prep of how to deal with Mata and his dives on the way. Like, I wanted to look at round 4 to start that one off, where I think Divide, who the first time they played this comp, we really criticized him for playing up, for you know, dying first in too many rounds. Here, that perfect Thorns, that perfect deep positioning to punish Mata's dive, and then he's fighting forward for more. And it took this really early timeout from NRG for them to even get any motion in this half, slowing the rounds down, playing that off instead to get a little bit of success. But they were fighting every moment against a PRX that was so prepared.
Yeah, exactly. Mata started having a lot of pressure. We can see it here with the operator. What a crazy shot. It felt a little bit easy to play around Kiko Smokes in some of these situations, but I think that the highlight for this has to be the way that Davai was playing, as you're saying. For me, it's not the fact that he was dying first or last, it's the fact that he was actually playing for his utility, and he had incredible impact. It pisses me off so much what we saw the other day, knowing that this is the level that Davai can give us in this map. Individually, he was absolutely brilliant, having the 3Ks, and actually, I think that he played with a lot more confidence after we were able to see things like this, especially in like the eco rounds, having this kill against Mata. We saw it from the POV of the duelist, but in this moment, it's slowing down NRG so many times. They had to respect his utility every single round.
So you're saying you didn't like how he ran ahead of his Thorns and took 1v1 fights earlier in the tournament? Okay.
Apparently he was lagging. So.
But the util here is
apparently he's not lagging anymore.
yeah, they've miraculously gotten a completely different... No, same PC. Literally, the same one. Again, it seems like it's really hard for NRG to adapt to this adaptation, though, from PRX. It feels like they're kind of out of ideas after they make that change to play more of the default style.
Yeah, I really like this round, too, showing that they're willing to still go for some of these aggressive plays, but then collapse back behind the utility. I think PRX did a lot better job of choosing when they were going for aggression. They initially conditioned this very far back, very deep defense, prioritizing punishing the dive. But later in the half, they were throwing in some of those older aggressive rounds. They were re-pushing into mid when they felt that execute coming in from NRG. It was a very proactive defense from them. They played off their utility very well, and I think this is such a great position for them now, going into Breeze, up a map in this series, to honestly, I think now, be favored to go to the finals here.
I think that there's some benefit also in the fact that they've played every single map bar the Abyss that they permaban in this tournament, because they have had the chances of failing before this moment, right? For the side of NRG, they've already made so many changes and so many adaptations depending on their opponent that maybe Corrode was a step too far.
Let's talk a little bit about Forsaken, obviously, in this game. Has moments where he's able to have high impact. Definitely feels like here on Corrode he commands attention and respect.
More than a lot of other players, I think Forsaken is one of the most consistent at showing up to big games and finding his play. He's the IGL of this team. He's playing a million different roles, but what's so consistent about him is that he just has this mind for realizing when he has a moment. I think in this game, a great example was the rounds where he's solo pushing into flanks, like that one you just saw, or even here on the eco round, where he's preempting where these players are with the Sheriff and being so good at finding his individual impact. That's the kind of confidence that comes from not only knowing how good you are, but knowing that you've done it before. You've played against this team, you've played on a global stage for literally years and been consistent at finding that value.
Yeah, and of course the form going into Breeze is going to be very important. We see a PRX that has now bounced back. They have everything in their back to close this in a 3-1 fashion. And I do have to say, yes, having Forsaken being always as reliable, always going for the plays. He's the kind of player that you he pushes, you see 3 people holding the angle, and he's at least good for 1. And that is so incredibly frustrating to go up against time and time again.
And someone who was fantastic in the series on Split, for example, earlier on is something. He's going to be going up against potentially Kiko on this next map. It's one of those only 1 of 2 maps where NRG, put Kiko in a duelist role.
It's so interesting to see this position now where it's NRG on the verge of elimination. Their only way to come back and win this series would be to beat PRX on the map that I think identifies PRX's style, the double duelist, something on the jet, absolutely dominating. And while NRG have looked good here, and Kiko has actually been quite impressive the game we got to see him play on that jet, it's a composition, it's a map that runs anathema to the rest of the read and style that NRG have been going for this tournament.
Yeah, we speak about the flexibility that Kiko has proven to have. Maybe this is comfort, but there's also a map that they haven't played since the Swiss stage, and that feels ages ago when we talk about how close some of these matches have been. We saw also NRG changing compositions here in Corrode, swapping the KO for the Sky. Do we maybe would like to see something different, or do we think this pound for pound is something that they want to go up against?
I think it's just a solid meta composition on Breeze. I think they really wanted to win Corrode. That's why you saw how frustrated Bonkar is, because I think they know they're not really favored here. But NRG, the thing about them is always that resiliency. I felt the same way going into a map 4 in their final back in Americas, where they pulled off that reverse sweep. So I won't count them out, but I do think this is a very favorable position for PRX, and I don't think there's like a comp change or any one-up that is going to put them far ahead in my mind.
It feels like this is a map that's styled for the individual in a big way, where something is already demonstrated, quite a level of dominance here. I mean, outside of the fact that NRG have to move over towards a style maybe that they don't normally want to adopt, one thing that concerned me on Corrode was that they were not able to make that adaptation to respond to PRX. PRX sort of were able to get a feel for the change up of pace from NRG, maybe get ahead of some of that early sort of play, adapt to the default sort of shift we saw from NRG, but NRG just let themselves get run over at the end of Corrode there. There wasn't actually any change-ups from that point onward. They just said, okay, you got us.
There were some improvements from map 3 onto 4, from Split into this Corrode, from 2 to 3. And it's the fact that I did not see them taking that many isolated duels. I did not see them going one by one. Yes, from NRG. Yeah. So that is shining and lightning grace on that side. I want Mada to have the confidence to go up into this one. We've spoken about Kiko, but I think that for the flexibility and for the endurance of this matchup, I think that Mada is more important.
He certainly will be. He is that player who I think took their last loss against Nongshim to go down here a little bit harder, right? You saw him putting out the tweet, blaming himself a little bit for the underperformance, but he's been the guy who always steps up in these big games for NRG. Let's look across the stage, though. This is such a comfortable spot for PRX. We see 2 maps. One, the double duelist, the AIM map, where they've been excellent. Even if NRG wins here, we go to Haven, where they've been playing this Phoenix comp, defining their own unique style there. This is exactly the position that PRX wants to be in. They're primed to make another deep run, make another final. They've been so consistent at finding this performance late in tournaments, and you're seeing it today. The resiliency, the reserve of energy left at the very end, and the ability to adapt so quickly, even under immense pressure.
You speak about adaptation. G2 also struggled a lot because the chaos that we saw last time around for the side of PRX was on a different level, and NRG looks like they don't have the confidence to go pound for pound. I hope that Bonkers had that kind of chat with the boys.
I mean, where's the map pool? That's the problem for me. We know Pearl is always great for this NRG squad, but outside of that, there's nothing really that should fill you with confidence if you followed NRG over the course of Santiago here. Whereas for PRX, looking at their Breeze,
looking
they're
good.
having a great time there.
Yeah.
The opportunity for NRG, though, really slipping. They could be the team to make history, to make another final, to avoid that champion's curse, to prove that you can stay together, go to another meta, win again. But the squad who hasn't had that accolade of going back-to-back, but has been so consistent across every meta, you wouldn't think it would be anyone but them to put them down. NRG's got to play against PRX's style on one of their best maps if they want that opportunity.
Whichever way you slice it, the deck is stacked against NRG. The odds for the world champions are not good. This tail end of the map pool in this best of 5 isn't flattering for them, which means they need to take a step above what they've displayed so far. It's been enough for the world champions to turn up, to make it to this point in Santiago, but now we need to see something new, something a little bit deeper from this NRG outfit Let's see who's going to come out on top again in this clash of styles where NRG have to play more PRX's game. We'll head over to Pansy and Hyper.
Time to find out how bad they want this. On one side, PRX, who'd gone back to the drawing board, built themselves as a team, look better all around. And again, continue that search for a second trophy. NRG on the other side, you've had a great tournament, you look competitive, you've played your own style, but is this where it stops? Is this the end of the road, or is there more to show?
I think Kakuka uses a crucial word here, confidence. Not seeing it in some of the rounds where NRG have to fight forwards, don't allow PRX the sort of freedom they have to play as we know they will. Unfortunately, we come to a map that absolutely epitomizes the approach PRX like to tap into. A lot of this rides on Kiko here. He's set up to shine. We talked about his impact previously.
Against his old team.
Yeah.
On this map, he was pretty nasty. Now, to do that here, though, is a bit of a different beast altogether. Again, PRX, back in the day, you could find ways, you could imagine how that route would look for a team to potentially get under their skin, to exploit how they play. But they've shown that they've grown since then. They look on the same page with a quick timeout or two, a quick reminder of the new version.
Coming to timeouts, are you worried with what you've seen from Bonkar? Because you think about it, it's like if the initial plan and the prep falls, and that's where we then start discussing confidence, right? And NRG's ability to really go off script and play very reactive to what PRX pull out of the bag.
But then in my mind, it rolls back to what he was saying at the start of the day. If you missed it, it was something along the lines of just keep playing the game at all times, call up your own number, go for those fights, you know what I mean? Like actually be in it, to be willing to take those fights and take high risks. But it's easier to say that when you're now...
I'm not seeing NRG take risks.
You and me both.
I'm seeing them shy away from a lot of these situations where the structure is set up to shine and be the backbone of this team. And I hate to say it, it's a follow-up series where we're seeing some of those things, some wild photos coming out of the crowd.
Yeah, I've just caught a glimpse of one. I'm like,
But it's not even the elephant in the room anymore. We've seen a number of examples, and even so, coming out of the previous series, like I said earlier, PRX would have had the chance to go back and watch that and see what worked, what NRG struggled with. I don't think we've seen PRX really explore that as deep as is possible for a team like them.
Yeah, that's also the layer that I don't think's had to kick in, right? That's what fills me with a little bit of fear, is we haven't seen them push to their absolute limits yet. As you may have noted, there is a slight delay. We are going into game now, I do believe, so thank you for your patience. If you're playing along at home, if you are just tuning in, this is the one for pretty much all the marbles here.
And barring a string of rounds from G2 previously, a dominant performance, a very one-sided affair in terms of Breeze, PRX. Like I said, epitomizing their approach to the game, their overall ethos. Certainly a chance here with a map to the good for them to really explore that freedom.
Time to jump.
Back to the wall time for NRG, coming into this after a brutal corrode. They have to correct on Breeze, but PRX, it starts to feel tangible. You start to see that confidence, that tempo, and that pace, but Ethan willing to try and stand his ground, but only for a moment. As already they get the first body dropped, but a lot of damage done.
God.
A good shot from Kiko, but instantaneously answered. Look at the numbers here. It's a 4v2.
Pin down anybody here but Divine. What an adjustment.
These are high caliber players here today, and they are hitting hard. Scuba, clutch as you like, but he is being hunted down. PRX don't even let you play out of a smoke. They're starting to cross the T's, dot the I's, and they're starting to look in high form.
Indicative of what I just said. Tapping into now the momentum. They know they've got NRG scrambling for answers. The pacing here, Ethan, unfortunately just spamming everything into that wall.
They just fight together, man.
Doesn't have anything left to contest that second wave of pressure. Unfortunately here, the dart basically mitigating the paranoia. PRX disrespecting the timing. Marder actually a little bit behind the curve in terms of the TP. I didn't see when it was sent out, but can't get there quick enough.
Okay, early note. And Rourke really fancying a go at that.
Right here.
On the other side, 2 of them do only have Sheriffs, the other 3 with the investments. Bulldog there, Guardian, refight towards A main. And it's all through A main, actually. If you're looking at the minimap right now, it is trailering in from this side. Something not getting the shots he wants. Shock Dart could do quite nicely. Doesn't do as much as I'd imagine, but still. PRX, do you carry on? Do you power forward? You got... Oh! Why wouldn't you? Something gifted from the gods at times. As now they have to just bulldoze the site, and they are. Kiko, you can give it a go, mate. But it's going to come down to Marder in a 1v2 here. Note something. Envy toying with the timing to get the plant. Marder's got to read this right. Spots it, sees it, prepares himself. The push is coming. Ring-a rosy we go, Marder. How long can you play the game?
They can slip out double doors.
And they are, but he's got an upgrade for it. Marder now equipped to potentially make something of this round.
30 seconds left.
Something's going to be able to reposition to here. Plant will come through. Marder still considering a freeze outside A. Now some question marks in terms of navigating his way through mid. Does still have decoy here to wrap right behind this. Open plant, so when he spots this, it might create another question mark. Something will be the first. And Envy fully disconnected from this, but now drifting back behind the pillar.
It's a world of possibility. This can happen. But he's got to get a move on. He's got to find something now. Not going to be it. Something clean, sharp, concise. PRX make it through the storm, but it got pretty choppy again. A little bit of danger there. Kiko keeping it competitive. And also, though, but PRX just seemed to not care. They went into the stack knowingly at that point.
Catch here from something onto Ethan. Yeah, not much to do in that situation. It's only really the very light purchase that enables PRX to actually recover from that financially. Something on a Guardian, Envy on a Bulldog. Very well invested here for a bonus, which we've already talked about today. PRX's ability to set themselves up with a huge cushion at the start of some of these halves.
Yeah, seeing something in that position, such an iconic spot. Marder getting a note Forsaken, but doesn't really give them too much to play off. Again, if you're looking at where PRX are tapering off towards, it is the weaker side of the map.
Certainly is. Scuba we tucked in here. Kiko with an off angle here towards main, but not necessarily holding the cross.
The push, yeah, he can't see them cross out to side. And now he's going to know at least something getting towards site, but it's going to be, can they keep control of the back lines here? Double swing. Kiko on red alert. He needs help here. Scuba's by his side, but the flash is exceptional again. It is stunning from PRX and harrowing scenes for NRG. Losing out on site control here. The plant next on the cards, and look at that lurk.
See, Marder, ever the threat behind enemy lines.
Devi the same. And he's here first. Hello. Gonna keep you honest in this one now. Hawk's attention, turns back in time. Stunning shot, good follow-up from Marder. We're in 3v3. Game's still on here. Oh, until then, Jing and Forsaken. Perfect timing on the peaks here. Send them packing.
A third to be converted here. Devi looking to seal the deal. Remove the rifle from Marder's hands. Spotted here. I don't think anybody from PRX is going to be pushing any deeper here, potentially.
They're fast on this, though.
Forsaken.
Ooh,
Can't catch
Marder.
it.
Yeah, I think he's just about got safety here. I don't think they'll get there in time.
No. Oh, still going to try.
They really did try, just about got there. But this is where we look at the problems, Mike. This is a bonus conversion. Again. Yes, it was well invested, but the scoreline is 3-0.
Unfortunately, NRG just dismantled here towards the B site.
Nice, boys, let's go.
Initially, I mean, paranoia doesn't land. There's a couple of things here that gives an opportunity for Scuba and Kiko to really succeed.
Guns. Now
The answer here is to send Matter this way, but fortunately, PRX positioned elsewhere. TP earlier crossed from Jing. So Forsaken sending one forwards. Gotta get a little more active here on the side of NRG, but haven't been able to pin anybody down just yet.
And it's hard to keep that confidence high, right? When you're in this predicament, Marder needs to be an instigator, needs to be an X factor. Living up to the task so far, giving Ethan an opportunity as well. That's a nice recovered weapon there. Add that to hand.
Something boy.
What a Bucky. Right on the choke point of B, and 3 players still positioned on that side here. Ethan will get a catch, divide down to 10.
Pulled rotation though. That's going to be Kiko leaning closer towards that A side.
He can sniff out this crossfire very easily.
Does he invest it? Doesn't look like they want to. Trying to be potentially reserved, but Brock, oh my God, he's gone down. I thought he had that. And now Marder looks dead to right. Again, PRX, no respect. It's only earned here. And NRG do not look threatening enough.
Just walking dry to the B site. You think Brock's in a position here to find a total sitter?
This is systematic destruction of NRG currently. PRX in full control. Scuba a little stylish, but ends the same. Device had so much freedom as well, a real problem. But that's not even the bigger problem happening. They are losing on every front. I'm waiting for a timeout. I don't know if it's now.
I mean, another early timeout from Bonkart. Again with catches a glimpse here. Forsaken, beautiful entry into the B site. Not much in the form of positives here in the opening string of rounds. Kiko, maybe they want to offset that now with an operator in hand.
God, that's pressure though on him, isn't it?
On the brink of a ton of ultimates here. Nothing to
Oh my God. Oh my God, death from above. Jing, they outdo them so easily. It feels like they are in their heads. Cool, you want to get Kiko involved? Sick, I'm already there waiting for you.
The operator removed. Yeah, off rip. Now Ethan again tasked with just holding down the fort here. Look at the gap between him and the second player of NRG.
He's so alone, and Forsaken knows it. He's hunted him down. This team is absolutely falling to pieces in front of our eyes here. Something's on a heater. Marder's still trying to fight back, but it's traded. And now you can see the numbers game.
Forced to watch this one passing by. Barring a 1v3 from Scuba, he needs this one so early on. It'll be number 5 for PRX, and the way he's playing this now, he's going to wait it out. They're on the brink of some ultimates. Kiko still one away from the Blade Storm. Marder and Brock have theirs to bring into round 6. Yeah, I mean, you talk about their concerns previously, a lack of ideas in the mid-round, and the problem solving, the troubleshooting on the fly, not favoring NRG. It's the same diagnosis once more. Now I'm expecting a timeout.
Yeah. They need a cure to the woes, right?
See how tilted Scuba looks there.
He doesn't look happy. And these are frustrating rounds. You look at it, it is frustrating.
Yeah. In terms of how NRG build them and where the pedestal they put themselves up in terms of structure, discipline, control.
Currently just choking on all that wisdom. Look at it. Again, the second you want to bring that operator out, it's just handled. And again, that then leaves Ethan
and this
alone.
This is the early turning point for NRG. Now it's like, okay, we basically give away another couple of rounds here. I mean, the buy is going to be there or thereabouts.
Give me Bonkar Cam.
Give me Bonkar Cam now.
I dare you. It's somber scenes, isn't it, really? I know they can bring a bit of levity to it sometimes, but this is not a fun position to be in. Frustration.
Song looks checked out.
Yeah, they don't look happy.
And you've got to come away from this feeling like it's NRG relying on the strength of that structure that's really destroying the morale right now. And again, if you had a chance to listen in and see what's being called in some of these rounds, then you could maybe come up with some answers, but PRX just picking NRG apart.
And again, I know it's not always the thrilling kills because maybe he's not on the site, he's on that late lurk, but a big game player for me is always going to be Divide.
Yeah.
You get towards these maps, you get towards lower finals, grand finals, he is on it.
Yeah, hella clutch.
Calm.
So much impact here, or value in terms of his positioning. Come back in. He said the buy is there or thereabouts for NRG. They're continuing to go forwards. I mean, rightfully so. They can't just let this pass them by.
It's your time to make a stand. Time to fight for what you want, that chance at a final. Unwilling to adapt to the sign of the times.
Look at the conditioning, though. They forced them to address this B-site hold.
And they get to flip the script.
Yeah, leaves Ethan, who's been unable to anchor towards B. Now tasked with holding down the fort, but body's in place early enough. NRG to maybe contest early on in this retake.
Brock does have ult as well. Marder's got his too. They look a little hesitant. Look how much space something is taking. He wants to get involved. He is just absolutely on the hunt here. They want to make this hurt. They want to absolutely punish NRG. And Forsaken is. Kiko's down. Brock sends it in. But again, something's still alive. He's still breathing in this one. Marder, he's just surrounded. PRX absolutely making them sweat here. Ethan desperate to do it back. Desperate to try. But he will fall like all the others as PRX continues on their flawless march.
6 on the board. Another round where PRX are able to just get right in and amongst NRG. Again, Forsaken able to TP back out. Something then goes even further forwards towards double doors. Marder, unfortunately, just sticks around in the ultimate so long, desperate to find some sort of value on the way back out. And he's just in no man's land.
And that's after a timeout. That's after you've had your check-in. Now just dig deep, boys. Give us something, run it mid. Take a chance, take a risk, because right now you're 0-6 down. It's the choice of dying on your feet or dying on your knees. It feels like Scuba trying to find a window, a pocket to play from, and he's got it. Got something dead. Good follow-up potentially towards Forsaken, but he's having none of that. But Kiko's here quick. Ethan now punching back as well, starting a little bit more fiery. Maybe willing to play PRX in their own game, but they are the masters of it for a damn reason. Forsaken, 2 kills. Maybe getting 2 more turns the flash. You can't flash this man, it just seems impossible. Marder on the case though. Bring it down to
Look at Divide.
It's just unbelievable. An Envy though. That's a checkmate spot from Ethan. A nice deeper off angle. Could have paused, could have waited. But Divide could still do damage here.
Ooh, just
He's seen him.
glimpse.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Divide making the impossible look so doable. Barely contained currently. Still noted. Marder shifting closer. Playing on the wall. Ethan down incredibly low. There's now down to a 1v1 Marder. How brave are you?
My God. It's only really the clone that draws Divide's attention back in that direction. NRG, the first on the board here, but
caution to the wind.
Everything.
But they were playing aggressive. They were taking big boy fights. They're walking down middle. If this is what it takes, if you have to play PRX at this game, can you keep doing it?
This is where you talk about the sustainability of this approach from NRG. Talk about going against the grain, playing off meta. Here with the double duelist, they have to go against everything they believe in effectively elsewhere.
Find that level at this point would be almost unfathomable. And for PRX, they continue. Not going to fall back from this. They found something that works.
Oh wait, Forsaken was ready to TB behind this kid.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was so ready. Divide still interested.
I like this potential crossfire they're trying to make towards double doors, just in case that pit is really trying to tailor them through.
So Kiko has committed towards reinforcing Ethan's position.
Nah.
Well, Scuba noted it.
Yep. He might call for some help here. Marder on an island. There's 3 on the other side of this door here. Marder That's the first. They turn on a dime, they look back to it, he gets out of there. Good adjustment on that to at least keep this in a 5v4, but then you look at the pivot and you look at the options. They are heading towards that B site right now. They're looking to filter through middle. They're leaving a problem over towards that A pit. That is going to be a very late call from Devi, and Ethan
I don't think he knows he's
knows it.
spotted.
He has no idea. So now you look towards Envy. Didn't quite get the shot, but now the swing from top middle. Kiko with a big kill towards something. 5 still standing for NRG. Envy now, I mean, I don't know if he gets to live here. Yeah, with the bailout, like that from Jing. And now Devi strikes in the back lines.
Take a TV! Take a TV!
They've got A! Wait, where's he off to?
What?
10
Oh
seconds
my,
left.
no way!
He faked
What?
it! He
I
faked
missed that from Jing!
Are you kidding me?
I have never seen something that wild, but of course, it's PRX. You're pulling
Reload.
in a lower finals, are you? Brock must be absolutely dazed after this. Where the hell's Devi? Where's Jing gone? And I've got nothing but a Guardian to try and do this with. Notes Devi. Tests them, but they pass with flying colors. Show me that again.
That is one of the most insane misdirections I've ever seen. The scramble from NRG.
Because there's no way you fake that, right?
There's
no
way
way
you fake that. I can't believe it. Wait, hang on. Where did he click? Where did he click?
I don't know.
Wait, hang on.
Show me. Can we get it again?
Give me that again. It looked like he clicked onto the backside of A.
It looked like it, but it still worked. By madness or miracle,
The
they are
most
still at 7-1.
accidental clutch ever.
I am stunned, and probably so are NRG. If we are losing our minds, I'm sure they are baffled by this.
It's reset as well. The fans looking at Kiko, a Guardian in hand. Oh my God.
No. This game's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me. I can't take it. It's 7-1. It shouldn't be this dangerous. We're going back towards middle.
Timing on this smoke could be crucial here for MV.
Fading soon. Oh, Kiko. That's a nice shot.
It's better of Jing on that cross. B site wide open here because of the rotation. You see now, Forsaken taking that space, orchestrating this audible call here from PRX.
But what are you meant to do if you're Scooby? You've got a classic.
Let him plant.
Yeah, I guess. Kiko, go fight middle.
Kiko, go fight middle.
Kiko, go fight middle.
30
It's a big
seconds
call.
left.
No, man. Oh, man, wait. NRG. There is a heartbeat still.
I can't take a 2v5.
I mean, you might need to. You might need to, because maybe they're going to flatline from this one. Envy and something. Something's got ult too if it comes down to it. Envy still with a shock dart to play with as well. Oh my God. They've got upgrades. They've got 3 Vandals coming in, but Envy has another kill. Oh! Line them up and knock them down. NRG, when you just thought there was hope, get absolutely brutalized something.
Oh my God,
Mano. Time.
They've done it.
Oh my God.
They've only done it.
I can't take it. I cannot take it. 8-1, a Red Bull clutch. You thought NRG had done enough.
If there was any hope of regaining composure, a course correction in terms of the mental here for NRG, those 2 rounds will destroy all of that. I can't believe what we've just seen.
The last couple of rounds feel like I've slipped into an alternate reality.
A fever dream.
But for NRG, it's just a nightmare, as the pace never stops. They continue to look, posturing. Ethan desperate to dig deeper. Scuba by his side, but it's still a 3v3, and you've traded off site control for this.
Themselves into the front side here. Jing able to anchor fairly comfortably, pretty far forward as well. Look how far NRG are away from this. Still a 3v3, but
Jing is just waiting in a smoke.
he's got another smoke to layer this as well.
Yep. Just coming up now. Get to play around that box too. This is just a clear Jing. This is just a clear Jing so far! And he still goes down swinging. Devi now.
Look at the
Tucks into
reposition
the
for
quad.
Envy.
Envy is a checkmate position, but do you even get past Devi? I don't think you do. Kiko's desperate for it, but Envy's there. The pressure is mounting as NRG choking on all that wisdom they once had. PRX finding round after round, miracle after miracle. And I think it's timeout time.
I mean, you have to. You have to. With these last few rounds, PRX just channeling some of that BS that comes out every so often. That truly is the X factor of this roster.
I haven't seen it in a minute. I know we joke about it, the kind of any percentile team, right, that it doesn't really matter. But these sort of rounds are like vintage PRX.
What do you say to NRG if you're Bonkar right now? What can you say?
I'm struggling and I'm not even on the... It's my job to have something to say. And I can't think of a thing to describe what we've just seen.
Bonkar, a lot calmer this time around, has to bring these guys back online in terms of the mental here, because they must be stretched to their absolute limit in the server. Coin-based win condition coming out of this for NRG is going to be around. Marder potentially with this dimensional drift. Kiko, one away from the blade storm. One off the Hunter's Fury. The buy is going to be, well, I say it's going to be there. There's going to be no shield for Brock. A bulldog in the hands of Ethan. It is desperation for NRG here. Just one round in this first half of Breeze. PRX, only the Blade Storm to use, but it hasn't even needed ults some of these rounds, other than the TP.
Well, we go back in. Does the madness settle? I don't think it does. Marder, though, willing to be brave about this one, but bravery may not save him this time. Still standing on this corner, though. Wants to try and keep security on some part of this map.
Right here. They desperately want to fight mid. Marder going to find one. Something will fall. Be sight wide open. Kiko slipping a little deeper.
Trying to get proactive towards A main as well. Marder, he's after the information, and I think he's going to get a whole lot of it. But Forsaken, in the meantime, finds a fight in middle. This guy's clinical. Follow up. Oh, Ethan! Lucky to be breathing and lucky to be alive. It's still powering towards the A site.
Breeze a TP here. Scuba, 5 HP. Look to reset a little bit. Divine looking to pop out of the smoke. Marder will clean it up. 3K for him. Oh, invested though. Come into the last round now. And you are praying on a curse here. You are praying to find a 9-3.
Don't know what you're meant to do with your prayers, though, when you're fighting against a team whose religion has their god still very much alive and in this. You look at Devi, you look at Forsaken, you look at Jing. That's everything without going to Envy, who's like clutch in that moment of converting a round that looked unwinnable. I mean, what are you meant to do? Knives on. Kiko trying to hold on.
Something on the other side here. Got Ethan close by.
That's a one-way.
Yeah.
A little bit bold for Forsaken to try and disrespect that. I don't mind the confidence, but that allows Ethan to shine. More bodies, more victims! If it takes everything, he will do it himself! Devi had to watch as NRG clutched at every straw to give themselves the finest of margins.
Identified here. Rourke doesn't give him the 1v1 that he wants. Coming through from Ethan.
He wants that ace. Scuba will let him have it if he can. They are fighting together for this one. That is your captain dead. But Kiko on the trade. And NRG with barely breath left in their chest. 3 rounds, but it's 3 that keeps them maybe alive. maybe. PRX look absolutely lethal. Don't miss the next half.
Half. ലൈക്കടിക്കാത്തവരെല്ലാം ലൈക്കടി ആരും ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ
Me traje a alguien que conoce todo el mundo, por supuesto. ¿Qué vos, cómo estás? ¿Todo bien?
Muy bien, amigo. Hoy la verdad tengo ganas de pelearme contigo. No puede ser posible que seas tan fachero. Quiero... ¡Ah! Y encima con mucha ropa. Así que quiero que me ayuden. Vamos a dividir espacio riesgo. De este lado vamos a hacer los alfa y ellos me van a ayudar, amigo. ¿Te parece?
Adelante, a ver si pueden.
A ver, chicos. Todos los de acá. ¡Equipo alfa! ¡Griten con el alma!
Esto no se me va a olvidar jamás, ¿eh? Pero yo sé que ustedes no me van a dejar morir, amigos. El barrio me respalda a mí, ¿sí o no? ¿Dónde está el equipo Mega?
Crowd's up for it.
I mean, they're getting their money's worth today.
Ooh, they are.
Unidos logramos cosas increíbles. Santiago, grita con el alma.
If that's not going to get you fired up, I don't know what will. But a 9-3 reality is here. It was pandemonium on the first half, but NRG scraped together 2 rounds at the very end.
That's what you pin your hopes to. PRX, in terms of starting halves, have looked fantastic today. A pistol here would feel like the first domino to fall in the second half and seal NRG's fate here in Santiago. A bit of fire activity here over towards the B side, but Divide tasked with maybe finding some chip damage. Let's respect this initially.
Oh, no.
Hang on.
But a little asleep at the wheel, maybe a mini-map moment or just an offset of timing, but they weren't paying attention to what's in front of them. It's down to 3. They're feeling the strain. Now they're going to be feeling nothing as Ethan and Brock, last 2 alive, and look at that surround coming in as well. Something's on the way. This map is not feeling comfortable. A little bit of safety gathered by Ethan, but overwhelmed. There's just numbers here. PRX, this is the one to really start feeling like you're so close now.
And of course, they're dancing. You can't see it on screen.
In game, oh my God.
The celebration here. Salt in the wounds.
It's the most PRX thing.
Yeah.
You're 10-3 up against the champ's current holder, and you're just emoting on them, are we?
Vibing. Yeah, cut it from the replay.
Yeah, honestly.
Don't show it.
Never let NRG know. Oh. Well, there's a reason there's a buy here, Michael.
Yep, and it's on the other side, Frugal from PRX. Probably willing to almost allow NRG to take control of this here. Don't want to risk letting things build up in terms of the finances early on. But I mean, if they lose this, it's effectively 12 for PRX. Was that attack? Yeah, Marlon down to 10. Repeat from something nearly punished. We'll get the orb out of this. That's it, NRG will stack up behind it. Shot dart from Divide doesn't connect, I don't believe.
Jing, gonna be tested. NRG trying to compound it, but the problems starting them out, and Divide finally falls. It is a 2v3 though. Numbers still sitting on their side, but Brock digging deep here, man. Putting everything on the line for it. But Forsaken soaks the shot, and I'm seeing PRX shoot bodies.
Comes down to just a key piece, and the connection's there from Scuba, but it's not the right scope to close this out. Jing does so well to slow things down with the paranoia here as well. Tease Devi up to reinforce this site hold. I mean, Bork does so well in this situation. And Forsaken, as you said, more salt in the wound. NRG throwing funds back into this now. Nothing left to lose.
Forsaken gonna lose his head though. Numbers up.
Time to jump.
Can they build? Marder putting up a decent performance here, 15-9. You can see the nerves.
Smoke allowing some vision through to A. Still something rifle in hand towards double doors here. Potentially provide some support. Marder has to win this. He doesn't. Jing's going to find it. He's going to know now nothing's behind it.
This is maybe the start of the end, but NRG trying to flood the site, and they do at least get Divide down. Something tries to turn around in time, can't do it. It's not pretty Valorant, but it's, oh my God, oh my God.
How are they going to win this one?
Okay, that's the one you get. That's the one you're going to get. 4-11.
Not pretty at all. PRX losing out a couple of engagements here, allowing NRG to at least catch their breath. And potential for a follow. I'm not even going to say it. I was going to say follow up.
Yeah?
Seeing Sheriffs.
Yeah, say it. Say it. Go on.
5. Ooh, good. Just Sheriffs and a shorty. Another bring a stinger into this. Just one away from Dimensional Drift. Brock, Hunter's Fury available here. PRX on the brink of a few.
Oh, they're on the brink of being here pretty quick, but again, something would have to go wrong on the site. That's something going wrong on the site. How does he get Marder and get out in time? I do not know. Jing!
No.
Stop it!
No, no!
Stop it! The stars are aligning for PRX, and he's still alive! Finally! Culled by Scuba, but by now,
look at the
there are
damage.
problems. Kiko's on 22. Scuba is the only one to stand semi-healthy, but look at PRX. They're here.
They're so split. They're so split now.
No idea. Devi gonna get caught. It's on something now in a 1v2. The spike is with Scuba.
Thank God.
Kiko
for
safe. You saw it. I saw it.
What the hell was that? Jing nearly going, I mean, he did go insane.
Yes, he did.
Nearly finding another Forsaken. Catches a stupid kill.
I feel like I'm on the verge of a breakdown through every round here. So's he.
So, yeah. Felt like that maybe should have been 12.
Bai is back in, though. Operator in for something. Everything they need. Marder does have ult, though. And they're making no subtleties of this.
Marder going to pave the way. PRX respecting this for the time being. Identify that site is open for the taking. The pit to go down on top of this.
But the road to hell was paved with good intentions. Let's see if Marder can at least keep this in check. Already they are so close by. Look how close they are to this. Marder going to get out of danger, but Jing backfilling the space here and starting to clear through that back corner of sight. Envy's caught Ethan.
Is that spam?
Have they not figured out that Jing could be here? Envy's cleared another, and they are being herded so much closer. Oh, Envy is just wrecking house. Jing was the threat that was never seemingly needed. Envy, maybe enough to do it himself. Still trying to stand his Scuba. Desperate attempt at keeping themselves alive in this. Envy down incredibly low. Sending some blind shock darts in. Scuba is the real deal, though.
4 for him.
How?
Just a ridiculous post plant. PRX. I said the first kill comes from Ethan. And you think, oh, okay, yeah, they're going to readjust here. The Hunter's Fury comes so early on. Unfortunately, just not finding a follow-up hit. Yeah, it was just a shot ahead of that.
Look at Envy's work, man. Oh.
I mean, he finds everything but Scuba inside this pit. They just can't dig him out of this corner.
He's done so well for the side there. So well. I mean,
what a nutty last 2 kills as well.
The guy has been incredibly clutch throughout. I mean, roll your mind back through several of the series, several of their games. 1vXs don't seem to make a blind bit of difference to that guy. Absolute just heroics from him. Hell, I thought Jinx's position was going to be it. That was going to be the end of things.
Checkmate in that situation. Especially with, like I said, Invi finding everything inside the pit. Barring Scuba.
Oh. Going above and beyond,
was
man.
in the weirdest little pocket. No wall to hug. Another spam would have been just bonkers for PRX to find. Sheriffs.
Just Sheriffs.
Ults here for NRG. Hunter's Fury for Brock, TP for Ethan. Just Sheriffs.
The more you tell me, the worse I feel.
They're just Sheriffs.
They can't hurt you, they're just Sheriffs. Oh, there's 3 here. And here we go. Already something going to take the corner. Poised in position. NRG. You want to try and pull those forward, you got to get past them. There is a lot of bodies here and they are willing to brawl. Jinx sticking around too. Now there is 4 players and 1's on the flank. NRG, you can't really backpedal now. Devi is in the back lines.
This is actually a beautiful reposition here. Devi will be able to catch potentially the likes of Mardo, we know. So he's taking space elsewhere. Confirmation from Invi. And a smoke to slow things down even further. God, NRG held outside.
This is putting the fear of God in me.
Yep.
Because they're stuck. They don't know what's behind them.
Cover going out. That's a huge question mark. It's going to take them a long time to clear diligently back through mid.
If you clear diligently through middle. Ethan trying to put a question mark there, but it's cleared instantly by Forsaken. So they keep the stack.
Well, they can because of Devi's position.
They're walking into a trap. It's 30 seconds.
30 seconds left.
You ever feel like something's about to go terribly wrong? NRG, time to be brave about it. Try and find your way forward. Something's gotten 1. Jinx still waiting. Strikes, but he doesn't get what he needed. Ethan's going to get them 3 here. Forsaken super close to the site, though, and look at the flank. Look who is behind you. Ethan looking for information. I don't think he caught it on that. Devi is coming, though. Forsaken, cautious on his steps forward. Devi, the last one here, though. And he's found NRG with a little bit of brilliance from the captain himself. 4 kills.
Another 4K from Ethan in a crucial round. Like I said, they walk into this initially, you see something getting one onto Kiko. Look at Ethan's kills. Look at how they come to be.
Man.
Up to 7. Just 4 separating these 2 teams. NRG finding something from nothing.
Speaking of something, operators there again. And it's directed approach, it's pacey, and it is them proving a point. Trying to regain some of that confidence, but does it get quelled as quickly as it started? Kiko looking to take space as well. Double door check coming in fast! Scuba saving Kiko in that one. They get the site, and they send PRX saving.
After now.
What a game, man.
The pendulum swings. NRG hitting their stride in this second half of Breeze. You have to hold on to 3 rifles here potentially. I mean, NRG, they have the money to go hunting. They could really push this back. The ball firmly into PRX's court.
I just feel like I'm waiting for it to go wrong. And I know I shouldn't. I know I should be, you know, fully neutral in this.
I didn't want to say it.
I'm waiting for 9. I'm waiting for 9. And then you got me. But this so far is...
9 and no money, and I'm believing.
Yes. It's still PRX.
Call me a hater.
I can't believe in it yet. After what I've seen, we've witnessed miracles on the first half. I cannot believe it yet. A timeout for PRX, and they've been very good. They've been very good with these.
Super extended as well, considering the garbage time in that previous round. Alex getting really fired up here. Probably feeling as if this should have been dead and buried already. I gotta say, I'm kind of in the same realm as him. Only 3 now, NRG able to string together. I mean, what did I say? It was one-sided versus G2, other than a string of 5 rounds.
5 rounds back to back. But are you seeing easy adjustments here? I feel like we're seeing a lot of X Factor rounds from NRG too.
I'm seeing NRG go above and beyond the Call of Duty to find some of these rounds. Like, being able to topple PRX when they're basically hitting full speed, full momentum, it's just a joy to watch. But you walk the tightrope.
Yes, it is a tightrope. That's the best way to put it.
You're like balancing spinning plates. It's like if one
on a nice edge.
Yeah.
It's oh God! Imagine being Ethan in this.
Excruciating to just
both
see
sides.
some of the plans that must be at the start of this round versus just
how it ends.
Guys, scrap that. Ults here heavily favoring PRX. This is the snowball round they've been banking on. Something
Ethan
to be decisive.
Ethan, he's in that smoke. Something is waiting there, looking like he's about to hunt his prey. I don't know. Re-smoked it. Hello. They are next to each other, man. Hiya! Who's going to come out swinging? Who's alive? Somehow they're both still standing here. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm terrified of this game. 1 knife left. Something has to back away.
He gets the reset now and gets another 5 knives. Just get me out.
We're all in the asylum together now. Why do I feel like Jing's position is the next one? It's like Forsaken might get a good tag there and have to fall away, or maybe even drop a body, but oh God! Oh! He gets more than one! And Jing gonna give it away though. Backs away. Doesn't want to outstay his welcome. Trying to play a little poised with a little bit of discipline, but Envy in the meantime's got Ethan dead. And now Kiko called upon, can't do it. Scuba now, the Clutch King himself, has to find 3. 28 seconds. Something Devi and Jing within touching distance of 12. They've got to bury this man. They've got to do it clean. But he is working.
Oh my God!
Just on the turn, something comes back around, and it's PRX up to 12.
The taps from the Guardian, so clean.
Look at it. I mean, that's the start.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell is this?
Oh!
That is gorgeous.
I thought it was a one and done.
Yeah.
More for me.
They found the response here. Jing, Forsaken still ults to use. NRG still sitting on nothing. Closest being Scuba and Ethan.
They're just going back to this A piece. And look at the rest of the map. They've already cleared towards that B side. They've cleared deep on elbow. So this can be decided by a 5v5 post plant.
I mean, Forsaken's ult is everything here. Everything in terms of PRX's ability to close this out in round 21. Confirmation here, Forsaken going to try and pave the way. Doesn't catch Marta, does he? He didn't full check.
He's pinged it though, he's pinged something there. They've got an awareness, but Jing's fallen. Forsaken going to fall back in, try at least get some safety to play from, going to TP out. Something on the flank though, found this time. Ethan not going to let him get away with it, and NRG putting up a brick wall of defense. Devi and Forsaken still fancying their chances, and when you do that, I can't blame you. 2v3, surely not now. They're still going.
Devi needs an ace.
Nothing short of perfection required. Not gonna happen now. NRG still alive.
Up to 9. I mean, it's just I don't want to say it's a gamble, but they just fully commit to this take once more towards A. Unfortunately, Forsaken just can't pin somebody down on the outside of the ult, and PRX can't find a kill based on the information. And the frustration still on display. Forsaken operator in hand now.
It's that final round, right? The last one is always hardest to get. They have chances here. And a different approach from NRG. Forsaken's timing turns it, spots it, here's it! It's a stunner from Forsaken as Marder dead and buried, leaving the rest to pick up the pieces, and they are.
Jinx still here. Same position. A fake of the TP. And look how spread NRG are. Kiko probably called back into formation here. Ethan has to be the one to open this up, probably waiting on a smoke over towards double doors. Scuba still gonna have the ability to late invest some util.
Okay, the
Wall goes up now.
Oh, it's not cleared him. It's not cleared Jing though. And he fell back before. This time he will not fall back. He sets up Forsaken. And I think this might be the one, as Ethan and Brock, it looks impossible. And it might just be as Brock, the last one alive. 17 HP.
30 seconds left.
As the Princes of Pacific continue their pursuit to claim another trophy. But this was simply sensational.
This roster truly knows no heights. The ceiling still just continues to creep higher and higher. Absolute domination here of basically their hard counterpart, NRG.
God, they fought with heart and soul.
I can't give enough credit to them to be able to bounce back after some of these rounds and still string together a possibility. Absolutely insane, but that's the caliber of NRG, and it's what PRX have had to overcome today. What an insane performance, Lauren. Across the board, everybody elevating here for this roster.
As you said, the sky is the limit with this team. Yet to meet their ceiling. Yet to know when they're done. And today, defeating an old nemesis. Ethan, the man who took champions away from them so long ago, but it has been a long road. An arduous one, but PRX continue that path. And we'll hear from them in the Verizon post-match interview.
Forsaken, how are you today? I just
Bye, guys.
You're the America's final boss. You sent NRG home. You won from them this time, and tomorrow you're playing in that grand finals. How are you feeling right now?
I mean, I'm feeling really excited.